Yep, that's it. That's how we started this, Steelio.
I'm frozen. Okay. We're just talking about old fashions?
We were. I have an old fashioned right here.
Yeah, we're all prepared with our whiskey. You were talking about a pumpkin spice old fashioned?
Yeah, so I made an old fashioned, but I replaced the simple syrup with pumpkin spice syrup.
Ooh.
And it gave it just a little fall flair.
I like that. I love that. I was going to do the scotch today, but I drank some last night, so I figured I'd switch it up tonight.
Yeah. I see that Carmelo is opting for the echo sound and no mic.
Oh, wait, hang on. I got this. Hang on.
You don't have to.
I thought you'd hear me better if I made the mic steep. How about now?
That sounds good,
well,
Scott.
It still sounds good.
That sounds good. What? Did you just move it closer? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm in a weird spot. You guys are watching the movie on your computers while you podcast. I've got my computer in my living room with me, so I can see it on the screen.
And then you're watching the all right. Scott Norris, hi from Toronto. What's up, brother? How's it going?
What's up,
Scott? So you're in your I've been to your house. You're on your couch.
I'm on my couch.
I sat in that exact seat.
I slept there watching Predators. Yeah, Keosha Wilkes, what's up?
Yay, what's up,
buddy? Good time.
Robert, I will also take my pants off. Here they go.
Oh, see,
God bless you, Robert. God bless you.
I actually took my pants off, but then remembered I have to record a tape tonight.
We're ready for a bloody good time too, Keosha.
Robin Party in the house. What's up, Robin? How's it going?
More blood, the merrier.
My wife heard my pants were coming off, and she ran into the room, so she's here now.
Oh, your wife.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Hi, Christine.
Speaking of wife, don't pay attention to the messiness behind me. That's all my wife's stuff.
Oh,
throw her under the bus, why don't you?
I was joking.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 3-week-old baby here, so it's been a little hectic around the house.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ace Sabonin is here.
I might have to put the old light back on top here because whenever we stopped doing the podcast, I took it down. But now it's all dark.
A light to your right?
Yeah, I do. It's on. It's on right now.
It's still
Ty's with us. Ty, how are you?
Ty,
what's
hello,
up,
my brother.
Ty, I got more stickers if you need them. Actually, I really don't. That's just an homage to the old days.
Yeah, good old sticker time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just so it's weird not seeing Leatherface behind you. I'm used to seeing it. Now we see Last Son. Yeah, it's good stuff.
I swapped Leatherfaces to my right now.
Yeah. This is mesquite smoked whiskey, so it's a little bit scotchy.
Robin, two different chats. Probably Robin, you're seeing so I see comments on here from Facebook and from YouTube, and I'm guessing since you're watching from YouTube, you can only see the YouTube comments, and those of you on Facebook can only see the Facebook comments. So,
yeah,
I'm a magician.
Yeah.
Here we
are.
We'll just tell you. Oh my God!
New software.
Here he is. Rob's in the house.
Rob changed his name.
It's like that moment in Avengers Infinity War where they think they're going to lose the fight, and then Thor shows up, and Captain America's like, yeah, Thor's here. We're going to win now. That's how I feel when Rob shows up.
Yes.
Yep.
I haven't seen Halloween Kills yet, so don't spill the beans yet, Rob.
Oh, it's just not good.
Rob doesn't have his mic up yet, obviously.
No, I'm trying to.
He claims he didn't know about this till 3 hours ago, but I told him he's part of the thread.
Rob,
we're all on the same thread.
Yeah.
Thank you to Ty and Robert DeCare for the congrats on the baby. Appreciate it, guys.
Rob is Star-Lord. That's what Robin Party says.
Rob is
Star-Lord. Ty, I was the #1 sticker slinger in the Northeast. Yes, you were.
I could show that. See how fancy this is? Look at this.
Oh, wow. I love this StreamYard.
Ty, what's that profile picture? What is that? You eating cake? All right. I'm hiding that.
Actually, I had to break out the Nightmare on Elm Street notes here. That is like it's like the 8th movie in on my book here.
Oh, shit.
Check it out. Yeah. There's some good stuff in here. I must have taken more notes back in the day.
So I just watched the films that made us on Netflix, or the movies that made us, and they did an episode on Nightmare on Elm Street. So I watched that to bone up on this a little bit.
Sweet. Nice.
I reread notes from whenever we did this 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
And then I read about 80% of the stuff on IMDb. There's a ton of it. Johnny Seymour in the house. Oh, he's gonna miss it though. That's all right, brother.
I said that's his wedding.
Oh, okay. You finally had that thing. Was it down in Florida? Teddy T. Yeah, what's up, Teddy T?
Kyosha, always clutch with the pronunciation of my name. Heck yeah. Y'all are rad.
Happy
Going to
Halloween,
get my
Jonathan.
All right, so
popcorn.
so as always, we're gonna sort of start as if an episode of the podcast is starting, so we can clip it and drop it in there. But I will give you a heads up right now that I have the movie paused. When you turn it on, the New Line Cinema logo sort of like flashes onto the screen.
Yeah.
And then it immediately like blacks out. And I paused it right after it blacked out. Like right after it you can't see
Right
it
after
anymore.
New Line Cinema.
Yeah, right after New Line Cinema blacks out
Yeah, it's like at the 8-second mark. If
is
you,
where I have it
you
paused.
control
Yeah,
it.
what do I let me see what is that?
I'm
Yeah,
at
I'm at
6.
6. I'm at 6 seconds.
I'm
right
at
now.
6 as well.
Okay.
6-second mark.
6 seconds in on whatever I rented on Prime. But you might see more logos or whatever else if you have it on DVD or Blu-ray or VHS.
DVD.
It's on. I'm on it on HBO Max right
And
now.
it's on HBO Max. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm just on Google Play.
That Robin Party's on the DVD menu.
Yeah, baby. The old breakout, the old DVD. I think I have this on DVD. You actually have the whole set.
I have the DVDs, but I'm in my office, so because kids are out there screaming and yelling.
Teddy T, Teddy Thomas.
Rob
Johnny
with the red
Seymour, Happy Halloween.
Redcon 1 shirt.
That's right.
Nice.
Represent. If anyone needs supplements, Redcon 1 is our pick.
I just got a new T-shirt, 1776 Redcon T-shirt.
I actually have one on the way. They always give you free shirts with their shit.
Danny's like their number one affiliate.
Yeah.
Guess although I'm not an affiliate, I just tell people that I like their
No.
stuff.
You can just
You
do
guys
it out
wanna
of the
take-
kindness of your heart.
You guys want to take the best pre-workout and get fuzzy face
Yeah.
and fuzzy ass.
What happened to physical media? That's what Brian says.
You know, Brian, I still like to buy the movies, especially. But if I am going to buy it now, I want like the collector's edition. I want the cool packaging. Like, otherwise, to me, there's no point. Like, right? It's like if you're going to buy it, buy it. If you don't care that much, then just stream it at your leisure.
Yeah,
Rob,
I agree.
Rob
I still
Teddy
have
T
this.
says Rob is looking cut. Looks like he's been doing 100 push-ups a day. Rob, you just missed that, huh?
Teddy Thomas.
That right there.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Jennifer's drinking mead. Jennifer, I've got Highland Park 12.
I don't. Oh, I'm on private chat. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, and I can barely hear you. Your mic's still not on.
What?
Let's all just wait for Rob.
Yep, I can't hear you. It must not be connected to the
My
AHR.
old-fashioned. There
Yes,
you are.
you're looking good.
YouTube is slightly ahead of Facebook by about a second. That's what we're hearing in the chat over here.
Come on.
Just
iPad.
as everyone knows, I didn't go with scotch like my post said. I have a old-fashioned made with Breckenridge Madeira cask whiskey, Madeira finish.
Nice.
Pretty good.
We all have
Awesome.
a good drink. Heck yes. YouTube is slightly ahead, but by about a sec.
Yeah, that's what
Just
I
a
said.
second. No biggie.
All right,
Yeah.
so
I got my notes. I'm ready to. Well,
y'all
I'll
synced
dig
up,
into this
Rob?
soon.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm like at 8 seconds. That's.
I did watch Dude.
you and Carmelo are at 8.
Scotty.
Scotty and I are at 6.
I'm
Close
not-
enough,
6.
right?
I won't be. I mean, you know, I don't. It's not like I watch the movies anyway.
Well, we've all seen this many
When
times.
you're done with that, don't you just shove it in your beard
No, I gotta just make
like
sure.
a pick?
everything- Nah.
Oh, you
no,
don't store it in your beard?
No, I'm not. I'm not gangster like that.
All right, I'll do a proper
So,
intro and
8
remind you
seconds,
again.
6 seconds, we're fine.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to remind you again. So, welcome everybody to the Cult Classic Hoarder Show. Danny Bonin here with you guys.
Scotty Bonin with you guys.
We are the
Blood Brothers.
and
What?
Carmelo Chimera.
Yeah.
here we
Yeah,
are.
baby.
We-
Got the old crew in the house on this,
about what are we, a week before Halloween? Well,
this
yeah,
Halloween month.
exactly a week, right?
Yep.
Yep,
Week
exactly.
before Halloween. And if you guys didn't already notice by the description, if you're watching this later, we are watching A Nightmare on Elm Street and providing just the most invaluable commentary you have ever heard, along with whoever is lucky enough to join us, your comments and everything else. So yeah. Well, so you guys
It'll be fun.
listening after the fact, we want to get you set up correctly. So here's where we're at. We have the movie paused at about 6 to 8 seconds. Me and Scott here at 6 seconds. Rob Carmel at 8. You will see the New Line Cinema logo come up on the screen and flash, and then it will cut out. It'll go to black, and that's right where we paused it. So literally when I press play, maybe 1 second will go by, and then the actual sound in the movie will start. So that's where we are.
Yes. All you guys get ready and press play when we tell you.
All right, so I'll do a little countdown, and then so I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And on go.
Wait for Rob. He's closing his
Okay.
curtains.
Rob, who's going to
Oh,
be spying
there.
on
Oh,
you?
look at those old school curtains close.
Look at those guns on Rob, man.
Yeah.
Those triceps.
Rolling.
Yeah, Rob, your guns are. Hold on, my head just itches right here. Let me
Oh.
just. Oh. Sorry,
Better get
there's
that out
video
before
if
we
you guys
go.
didn't know. You guys listening after the fact, there is video if you join us live.
I haven't been working.
Yes.
My triceps are real weak.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know where the gym's at?
There it is.
All right.
So do you know where the gym is?
Where the gym's at?
Is that a line from
Oh
Chuck's
no,
Woods?
don't do the gym.
Not the
thing.
gym thing, Tommy.
Come on, stop
So
it.
do you know which where
Yeah,
the gym-
Tommy boy. All right.
Okay.
Who wants
Ready?
to watch Tommy Boy instead of this?
My
Wow.
wife loves.
I love
Boy.
Tommy
She's
Boy.
I love
making
Tommy
a
Boy.
face in the next room because she's so
My
good.
my son's wearing the Tommy Boy blanket. Let me sleep for the love of God.
Nice.
All right. Counting down and on go. Press play. So here we go.
Oh, my iPad froze.
Well,
Chris really liked that joke, Scotty.
that's too
Oh,
bad.
good.
Are you ready, Rob, or
Of
what?
course,
Or thank you.
I'm waiting.
Okay, you said it froze.
I know, but
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Boom.
What a great movie.
God, I
It's like-
love it.
It's
So
like-
I
New Line
can't-
Cinema.
I don't know if that's cicadas in the background or if it's like an instrument.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know how
an
they make that
instrument.
noise.
Oh,
I
that's
guess
an
they
instrument.
Gotta be an
they filmed
instrument.
this boiler room stuff in the boiler room of like an abandoned prison, I think it was.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
read that. Something.
And they
yeah.
found out like 2 days later, I guess it got shut down because it was full of asbestos.
Yeah, it was Lincoln Heights Jail,
That's right.
and it was condemned because of asbestos.
Yeah.
I just love the factory scenes, and that was filmed in the jail. This is so creepy. It's like you go into like an abandoned factory and play hide and seek, and you run into Freddy, and just scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
This is not Fred. This is not Robert England because the gentleman who there's only one guy who knew how to really put the knives on there.
Yeah, I guess they were really sharp, and England like got himself when he was first using them because they were like he just went like this with his hand, and they come all the way down and like nicked his arm.
Aaron Garcia in the house. The Rob returns triumphantly
Hmm.
with his beard brush
Heather
Yes.
Langton
and
can.
his Howler Bros hat, which I don't have yet.
you got to get one of these. I got a whole,
I
I have a whole
only-
collection.
I only have what you send me.
How is that one working out for you though?
The
Nike?
the Nike hat is awesome. You can crunch it up into a little ball.
Yeah, I ended up having to get another one.
Oh, you did.
because I didn't get a black one though, so we're not matching.
Black with blue trim.
I got a red, blue, and yellow one that I didn't see on their website, but I eventually just found one.
My old note is making more sense. It just says kicked the lamb. So someone must have kicked the lamb in the butt to make him go like that. I don't know. Ty and Draco, here's a fact.
So this was filmed in Potsdam, New York. So there's cicadas there. There's cicadas. It's like a Illinois like mid east thing. It seems like there's just they don't have them out here in Colorado. But yeah, Potsdam, New York. But in the film, the town is Modstop, so it's just Potsdam spelled backwards. But
Jason
this
Watts
is
is with us.
What's up, Jason Watts?
what's up,
Jason,
guys?
if you're wondering, it says quickly through my Blu-ray. We are at I'm at 2:53, 54, 55 seconds, 2 minutes, 56. Almost at 3 minutes. Just so you know where we're at. Written and directed by Wes Craven just popped on the screen.
He did this movie?
I know,
Yeah,
Rob.
so I'd heard that this producer Bob Shea had really wanted to get into film production. He was originally like a video distributor, a VHS distributor, and he's the one who sort of teamed up with Craven to make this movie happen.
Good old Bob Shea, always trying to get a role in his movies.
Yeah.
Is he in this?
I don't. He might pop his head in this one. He
was in part 2.
He succeeded a couple times, but that's always been the thing when we have researched anything that New Line does. Is he always tries to put himself in them.
Nice.
And he's like unsuccessful most of the time. I don't know how you're the head of New Line and you just. I see New Line movies to this day, and every now and then Bob Shea pops his head in.
Yeah.
Was that him? I think that was
Older
him
Bob
right
Shea.
there. The boyfriend.
Yeah. Elliot's
It might be in my
screaming
notes
like
that he popped in this. Yeah, this was a childhood favorite of ours. Like you guys have Friday the 13th, Halloween. Those were all we used to watch Freddy back in the day, and that trumped everything.
Freddie was the one that scared me. This was the one.
Yeah.
Something about his design, and I guess the fact that like you can't get away from him. He's in your sleep. There's no running. There's no hiding.
Oh, this one scared me. Ty says
Yeah.
that only his sister's in this. Lynn Shay just plays a small role as a teacher in this. And yeah.
There's Johnny Depp as Glenn, first film.
Yeah.
He's got those Sperry's on.
Oh yeah.
Does he got Sperry's on?
Yeah.
Are those boat shoes? Are those Are those
Those are old school Sperry's.
are those Atkins boat shoes?
Those are pretty close to Atkins.
He's just
Got
not drunk.
He's got
No,
that
and he's not
mullet-like
wearing corduroys.
Yeah.
Corduroys. That's the funniest. Two funniest things Rob's ever said pertaining to this podcast.
Both probably involve Tom Atkins.
Is that Tom Atkins snuck in drunk wearing corduroys and boat shoes in Halloween 3.
Yeah.
And then prankster Pinhead
I always felt
being zapped out of space, but he's got your keys.
I always thought that the oh god, the Exorcist.
Oh, Kyosha, you're back. Hold on, sorry, she's trying to get in sync, Rob. Kyosha, we are on 5 minutes and 40 seconds, 41, 42, 43. So we're at 5:45, 46. That's where we're at, just so you know. Sorry, Rob, continue.
No, I was going to say the More Sharks was pretty good.
More Sharks was good. Yeah, Rennie Harlan and his Sharks.
Oh yeah. We had some good ones. Aaron
So,
Garcia, movie trivia. This movie has kills in it. What?
I know that we passed it already, but apparently the main jump roping girl is the daughter of the people who owned Tina's house during production.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Fun fact. Wasn't that just
That's
fact
great.
just so fun?
And that high
Fun.
school is in Los Angeles, Marshall High School by Silver Lake.
Johnny Depp was picked by Wes Craven's daughter and her friend because he was dreamy.
Oh,
Yep.
he is very dreamy. Look at those lips. and his
Kyosha, it's
eyebrows.
on HBO Max for free if you have HBO Max. And I just paid $4 to rent it on Prime so I could watch it on my computer.
Yeah,
easily.
I paid $4 on YouTube to watch it.
I just had to pay $4 because I put HBO Max on my iPad, and I don't know what the passcode is because it's through
Yeah.
Amazon.
It's all right. We're supporting horror. I do have HBO Max on my TV, and I also own all these DVDs, but I just paid $4 to rent it. So fuck it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just got done watching Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp in it, not 10 minutes ago.
Ah,
Oh, that's a good one. I watched that last year.
Wow. So Wes Craven does something in this movie that he goes on to do again in Scream, which is the old false protagonist trick. And when asked by the producers when they read the script, why does Tina die in the first 20 minutes, he says, because then I'll have the audience, and after that, no one will feel safe, and I'll have them right where I want them. And he
We
does that
also
again with
call it
Drew Barrymore.
the Alfred Hitchcock ripoff.
It's the same idea. It's exactly right.
Aaron did a streaming account trade to get HBO Max. Is that where you like share your login with someone, then they share it with you or something? Or is that like a
Like,
thing?
With a
Streaming
stranger or with a friend?
A streaming account trade?
Oh,
Traded
you
Disney
traded
Plus
Disney.
for HBO Max.
Yeah, I need to actually cancel Disney Plus. now that I
Oh,
think
my kids would
about
go nuts if I canceled Disney Plus.
The only good
Plus
thing
is
on
really-
Disney Plus is that free Solo documentary.
Oh, is that on Disney Plus? I
Yeah,
watched that.
That's the whole reason why I got it.
Mandalorian's not bad.
Yeah, Mandalorian
Nah.
was good.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm
Falcon
good.
and the Winter Soldier is great.
I haven't watched that. I am watching all the Marvels right now, so you know. Oh, with family, Aaron Garcia
Yeah.
with family.
My family does the same thing. Like my brother has Netflix. I've got Hulu. I've got Prime. Actually, they're all getting a better end of this deal.
Well,
My dad
I
does
never-
Disney Plus.
I never
Oh,
noticed
fuck.
that Nike vest that he was wearing, that Deb was wearing. Gray Nike.
Oh, the-
vest.
Well,
That's
Nike
one of
did
the
sponsor.
sweater vests.
I have
Yeah,
in my
sweater
notes
vest.
here. I have in
Look
my
at that.
notes here. Let me find it. I don't know if I'll find it, but it was
Kyosho, of course,
Nike.
we're drinking.
Yeah, Kyoshi's grabbing some White Claws.
Yeah,
hear
see
it sound-
that's one vest I don't have. I just
You
ordered.
got to get
another
that
puffer
one. You got to
vest.
get the old school Nike sweater vest.
Wait, Disney
Yeah.
Plus Canada has horror? Is it like segregated from the rest of the movies, or how do they like keep it away from the kid stuff? You got to like put an adult password or something, or
The hat is Howler Brothers, Aaron.
Kathleen's trying to get a hold of you right now, Scotty. She said
Oh,
she
yeah,
messaged
that's
you
what she-
yesterday and didn't answer.
Robert? I have not
Yeah,
seen
well.
Private Resort, but I will now.
Why
Yes,
are y'all
Ty.
ignoring cousin Kathleen?
It has horror in Disney Plus has horror in Canada. Robin says, okay. Yes, Ty would be mad at me if I cancel Disney Plus. Private Resort, yeah, no.
Hmm.
Aaron wants to know what the hat is. Rob,
Howler Brothers.
are they local
can't-
to
I-
Florida?
No, they're out of
Bootleg Red
Texas.
Country. Why
They're
would
out of
that be? Sorry, Austin.
Austin. Yeah.
Aaron said, "Is that a bootleg Red Country? Why would it be boot? I mean, they have lots of shirts.
Oh no, I collect them all.
I have a similar shirt in a tank, so I can show off the guns.
Dead Vault.
Dead
Horror
Vault
Show.
Horror Show. Welcome,
All right, I
our
haven't
colleagues
really
in darkness.
been watching any of this. I need to start paying attention.
I watched Jennifer's Body on Disney Plus earlier this month. Ooh,
Disney
There is-
Plus?
There is some horror
the
on.
heck?
Incredible.
I think Aliens was on there for a while because it's a Fox thing.
I've never seen Jennifer's Body.
There it is. Yeah, it has Aliens, Predator, Hills of Eyes, The Omen. Yeah, I just don't ever use Disney Plus.
I use it for kids. That's every day, kid stuff.
I can hear mine echoing with one of you guys is in the background slightly.
I have turned mine off and the subtitles is on.
Oh, sweet.
Got the iPad set up. I got everything going here.
So I was thinking about the music in this because you kind of just heard the tune a bit ago, and
Yeah.
it's nowhere near as like everywhere the way the Halloween theme is, or like the Exorcist theme. I think those are like really famous themes you hear a lot. But this theme is still instantly recognizable to me. It's still really creepy, and when I hear it, I'm instantly transported. to
It's a
this
goodie.
movie. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is it's underrated. I think it's relative to the other themes. It's underrated.
It's
Teddy
no,
wants
it-
me to
It's
play
no
a tune.
Shining. That's for sure.
Oh, The Shining is just fucking
The
amazing.
Shining theme is fucking awesome.
Oh, I
Why
love
would
it.
Rob bring up The Shining in a good light?
I've watched it like 3 times this month because there's nothing good.
Oh,
Out
I love
right
The
now.
Shining.
Despite the fact that actually Wendy's just the worst. That's after I've watched it really Savannah loves that movie. But I just every scene she's in it brings it down. But other than that though, it is
Wendy.
I'd rather
Yeah.
deal.
and it still upsets me that they didn't shoot it in Colorado.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I
but,
know.
but you have to admit the hotel in the original is much more
Oh, it's
just
but
evil
they
than,
shot
than-
it. They could have shot the exterior and they shot everything else on what in studio. It's like they still could have at least got the drive to the place in Colorado.
Yeah,
It upsets me.
I'd rather deal with her than Spaghetti Cheeks any day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then
Yeah.
the Cortland Mead from the
Yeah.
Shining miniseries. Yes.
So I was just watching a shitty horror movie on Netflix the other day called Truth or Dare, and it's got Heather Langenkamp in it. And,
Oh, really?
I think I've
the-
seen
the
that
old
one.
She's still
get a
coming
horror
back
legend
in.
for
Truth
one
Truth or
horror.
Dares, yeah, that's another one of those $25 Bloomhouse movies that he made.
Yeah, it was
20
not
million.
good, though. There were some decent scares and some decent like effects. The acting in the first third is just like unwatchably bad. But it ended up, I mean, it was fun. It's, if you're looking for something quick and cheap to watch.
Will Smith used the score for Nightmare on My Street. Nightmare on My Street. I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, no, it's a song, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, Robin. Yeah, Heather's married to an effects artist. They together run. Isn't it called like Wata or something? It's like a big old effects company that does effects for huge movies.
Yeah.
Weta Workshop. Maybe it's not them, but that is a big special effects company.
I wonder why they haven't done a replacement sequel for this yet. Like where they pretend none of the movies happened except the first one, and they do like a modern nostalgia heartstring tugging version like Halloween 2018. Like, why isn't there a Nightmare on Elm Street 2021 with Heather Camp back and no one else?
Yeah, Robin Party said Weta Workshop. I might have just said them because they're a huge one. Maybe she doesn't work with them. It might be a different one. Because Weta did Lord of the Rings and everything. Sorry, Carmelo.
Well, that makes sense because Lord of the Rings is New Line.
That's true. So maybe.
There they just used the spandex was used for Freddy coming through the wall there.
Yeah. Actual spandex on a hole in the wall.
So the blonde girl, I haven't seen this in a while. The blonde girl.
David Mace saying hi in the house and he's taking off in a second. Sorry.
What's up, David Mace? What's up, brother? Miss you.
I'll just put up random facts from Ty every now and then.
Nice. Thanks, Ty.
Oh, there she is. Never mind. Ty's got the facts. Always did. I have a note here that Johnny Depp and Heather always mixed up their jeans. When they were wearing them. When they're wearing the same jeans. Some Kmart jeans there. Oh, shoot.
Striped sweaters are good for the winter.
Yep.
Aaron.
Movie fact. Thanks, Aaron.
Just keep them coming.
What the hell is that?
I read, we'll have to see, it must be true, but we haven't seen Freddy yet. He doesn't have stripes on his sleeves in this movie, I don't think.
Oh,
I remember we said that.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the only one.
That was an oopsie.
What she's about to see here, this is the long arms, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's two guys with fishing poles on either side holding them up and Robert Englund walking down the middle.
That's cool.
But in my notes, I have that it's a small actor. So there's two conflicting things going on here.
I thought it was like a 4 foot tall actor with long, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I have in my notes. But then I read somewhere else that it was fishing poles. So, you never know.
Yeah,
First time we've
that's
seen
the kind of like thing.
Yeah, there's the short actor. There's the short actor.
Yeah.
Why did they replace him with a short actor? Why was he?
It was a union thing. They had to have at least one.
I think they made him look small and then bigger. I don't know.
In there.
Every population has to be represented on set.
Yep.
I like the Bugs Bunny where he comes out from behind the tree.
You said Bugs Bunny, but is it teacher in this voiced Roger Rabbit?
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Who voiced Roger Rabbit?
One of the teachers in this.
Cool.
I have it in my notes here. God, now my notes are just I don't understand half these going back.
That's gross. I forgot about that one.
All right, Freddy gets Tina.
Rob, didn't you just watch this movie like a few days ago?
I started it.
Nah.
Then I moved on.
And watched The Shining.
Here comes the lamp throw.
I may have been watching The Shining. I think
I might have to watch it tonight. Usually I watch The Shining at least once on Halloween or around Halloween.
Oh, the lamp throw.
Oh.
That hurt. That looks like it hurts a lot when it hits him on the head. That really sells this to me. So this whole room is on a gimbal that they built, but they didn't have the money for like a motor. So there's guys like manually cranking this thing to turn this room so that it looks like she's actually on the floor right now, but it's upside down. Kind of like when we reviewed The Fly, and there's the the room that spins to make Jeff Goldblum walk up walls. So
Yeah.
Oh, Ty's got the facts. It was the Dream Doctor that's the voice of Roger Rabbit.
Oh,
Here we go.
That's really cool how they did that scene too, Carmelo. Yeah, it's really cool how they did it. I mean, this is 1984, and they really pull it off great here. That scene freaked me out the most when I was like 8 years old.
Oh yeah, I think this sells the movie, right? Because it's early enough in this where it was creepy, but then this is truly bloody and violent and very original.
Yeah.
Her moving up the wall is very weird.
It's
Yeah.
freaking crazy.
But then of course they had sunk like 50 grand of their not very large budget into that room. So they were like, what else can we do with that room? And I'll point it out when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and Robin just reminded me, to add on to that, it was like a rotating room.
That's
too,
what
but it
Carmelo's
had
talking
that-
about. It's
yeah.
on a crank. It goes
Yeah,
around.
it's on the crank.
I've seen
yeah.
like footage of it from a ways away where it's just on the
Isn't
sound
that
stage.
crazy? Yeah, it's crazy. It's like on the gimbal that you're saying. Yeah.
No. Now, this is I forget the name of the actress who plays the mother. If anyone can throw it in the chat, would be great. But I guess she'd won an Academy Award before this.
What?
So yeah, I know. Because I was wondering why they didn't cast somebody maybe more like. Frankly, I was wondering why they didn't cast like Adrienne Barbeau or somebody like that who was like a horror icon. And actually, Adrienne Barbeau probably looks a little bit more like Nancy here.
She does.
John Saxon.
Is John Saxon still alive? Good people in the chat.
thought he died, but I'm not positive.
Because he'd be a great guy to bring back for a replacement sequel. I'm telling you.
I gotta say, in the facts, it said that this was Heather Langenkamp's favorite performance of hers, and I don't know that that's a good thing.
This
I
is
think
okay.
it's probably her
Just
biggest
this movie,
performance.
just this movie. I mean,
She's okay. I think it's like a
she's
hysterical
okay.
teenager.
All right, she's okay.
What? You
Hey,
listen to
I don't
me.
even know what's happening right now. It's just nobody believes me.
Oh, here's
Johnny
some
Depp.
trivia. I'm just gonna put up Aaron's trivia every now and then.
Freddy's Dead is the worst one of any of them.
Ooh, I don't know.
It's terrible.
Jason says he thinks that John Saxon passed.
Shit. I hate Freddy's Dead. It's a terrible movie. But Freddy Krueger was the name of a childhood bully of Wes Craven's. This whole movie is full of like jabs at people or places that Wes Craven knew and didn't care for.
Yeah.
And Freddy Krueger is his
Krueger is after a bully in high school, but then Krug or Krug, however you want to say it, is the bad guy in Last House on the Left. So he also did that
nice.
too.
Ty
You
comes
must
up.
really hate this guy.
Ronnie
Yeah.
or
He really,
Ronnie
holds on to that
Blakely was the name of the
childhood
mom.
PTSD.
Ronnie Blakely. That's
Robin
it.
says Saxon passed away fairly recently. Jason,
I
Watts
really
is
like
agreeing with that.
Saxon. He's really good.
So you're saying the mom won an Academy Award, Carmelo?
It's what they said in the documentary, or maybe like nominated, perhaps.
Yeah. She's a good mom figure. Ronnie Blakely. She's freaky in this too.
She is.
Ronnie.
She
Ronnie.
pulls off
It's
the
Ronnie.
alcoholism really well.
Oh, it's Ron. Well, it's spelled Ronee. But it's probably Ronnie. Hey, that's my daughter's name, Blakely. God, I miss those khakis that are just baggy on girls.
Yes, very, very flattering look.
Yes, very good
Look
shot
at
of
Ronnie Blakely,
of the
look at that.
angsty teen being
Yes,
angsty,
totally.
hating those
Oscar
bushes.
nominee for Best Actress in a Supporting Role.
Oh, nice, sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, Brad Dourif was nominated too.
Brad Dourif deserved it for Exorcist 3. That was a great
Oh yeah.
performance. I don't know
Nominated,
got
what
it
was he
for.
nominated for, Rob?
Yeah, no,
One
no.
Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, okay.
Durf was. I just haven't seen it in a long time. Okay. I don't
All right.
remember Durf being in it.
I didn't remember. I hadn't seen it in forever.
Oh, here's a gem.
Movie gas prices during filming of that movie were cheaper than current prices.
Oh, Aaron.
Aaron
that's,
Garcia's
They
movie.
were.
Wow,
Very,
I would not have figured
revelatory.
that.
Yeah, that was really insightful.
Hiding in plain sight, just shirtless with a leather jacket in the bushes in the middle of the neighborhood.
Robin, would the news really film Tina's arm falling out from the blanket like that? Robin, I think if the news cameras were there watching a corpse get drug away, for a gruesome murder and then an arm fell out. I think they would play that shit round the clock. That would be like,
I did like the
Yeah.
vision of keeping them in a clear body bag.
oh yeah, absolutely. That
This
really
guy looks
sounds-
like Michael Jackson.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, her father used her.
used me.
Oh,
Remember, best performance.
Yep.
Aaron, come on. Under Siege?
Hey, isn't that the woman from Insidious?
Lynn Shay.
Lynn Shay.
Yeah, Lynn Shay.
Yep, there she
That's
is.
right, I already said that, Carmelo.
Young
Oh,
Lynn Shay.
sorry.
It's Bob Shea's sister, Robert Shea.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
Even
well,
connect
you didn't
the
say
two.
Lynn
I
Shay.
get it now.
But I only remember Lynn Shay as the
Oh, I didn't
landlord
say
in
Lynn Shay?
No,
Kingpin.
you
You just
said
said Rob
Shea's
Shea's sister.
Oh, well, now you
just
know
called
why
Bob
she's
Shea's
in every New Line movie,
That makes a lot of sense now that you say it.
like Insidious, and
She's
everything
good
else.
though. She's real good.
She is good. No, she's good. She is good.
I still just remember her as the landlord in Kingpin. That's the
I don't
best-
even remember.
Oh,
even-
God.
That's the best role she's
Yeah,
ever
that's-
done.
That's one of my favorite movies. Who is this like 30-year-old man sitting in front of Nancy? Looks like a grad student.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I did read that obviously all of the high school kids are in their 20s.
Yeah.
The actors that played them. And the ironic line is that Nancy says, he looks in the mirror and says, I look like I'm 20. And she actually is 20 in that. Yeah, Ty said earlier that the body bag scenes freaked him out. And I remember those as a kid too.
Yeah.
When I was about
Yeah.
10
Those
years
freaked
old
me out,
watching
too.
this.
Yeah, that is really scary.
And of course, she falls asleep on her desk. She's obviously sleeping right now.
It said Wiss, however you say the actress's last name, didn't enjoy having bugs at her feet. Are there bugs in the body bag at some
I
point?
think there's worms in a minute, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Like she's standing in like a pile of like,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is a vivid scene from when I was like 11 years old. you
Yeah.
know.
These are the ones that stick with you.
We used to watch this at my cousin Kathleen's house.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. And then we
Yeah.
would just like be scared all night. And our
I mean,
parents would be like,
I
"Did you
remember we
watch
was-
that movie again.
Because he had the whole series, we'd watch it, and my aunt and uncle didn't care, and we would sleep with the lights on the whole time and still just be freaked out.
I think everybody in this movie has a sweater vest.
Yeah, the pink.
I've never
sweater
seen
vest.
so many sweater vests.
Don't
Oh.
you have a sweater vest?
No, I got puffer vests, the whole collection.
You noticed the Freddy shirt on her.
Can't believe Rob hasn't even noticed that I changed my name.
Kubrick. I don't know. You know, I haven't watched the miniseries in a long time.
So
I
you-
have it on DVD.
Kubrick's are so good.
Yeah, I know you did buy it. I don't own it. I don't remember how I watched it last.
Yeah, you have. It's
I-
hard to find. I think.
Ty says he lives 5 minutes from the row houses from Kingpin.
Oh, awesome.
From
filmed
what?
in PA. The movie Kingpin.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Krusty Antiques is someone who joined us. I love that name.
Yes. The movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street, the
A
original,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
1984 original.
And just to update everyone, I am at minute 26, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 26 minutes, almost
All right.
20.
Aaron
26,
Garcia.
30.
Johnny Depp used great hair gel during filming. Yes, yes, he did. I'm sure it was like LA Looks, that stuff that was basically just industrial glue.
Johnny Depp was terrified of this, and he kept forgetting his lines, so he kept going over and over them again, and just was hoping he would say the right thing. And I know they had to reshoot a lot of his stuff because he was just nervous. His first role, and it was a horror, but he pulled it off.
So this again is actually no, this is boiler room stuff, and this was filmed in, was this the basement of the jail too, Carmelo?
Ooh.
I
I'm
think
pretty
it's
sure
the
it
same
was.
place.
Yeah, same
the-
place.
the prison,
Lincoln Heights Jail,
Yeah.
shooting with asbestos. That's what's in my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was also in Los Angeles.
Oh, here's my note that we talked about earlier. There's a Nike sweater vest that Johnny Depp has on. I have a note that says wardrobe is from Kmart. Nike donated all the shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for this movie.
Gotta get them from somewhere. So here's the thing I never understood about this, and I try real hard to make these things make sense. But she burns herself to get out of the dream. But how come Freddy can hurt them and they don't wake up?
Wake up?
Yeah,
Like
is it
in the
the
middle of
doctor's
hurting?
got you, or is it like
Well, Freddy. It seems like Freddy can't hurt him in the dream. He like comes into the world like when Tina got slashed in the bed.
yeah, she's not really asleep at that point, right?
Yeah, she's like in a spot of hypnosis. I don't know.
I mean, maybe
Oh,
that's
and
the
she's gonna wake
answer. Is like he becomes real through their fear, right? So maybe
Yeah.
he is in the real world when they're afraid of enough. I don't know.
I think
Maybe
Kyosha
they can-
thinks. I think Kyosha thinks she's synced up with us, but she's commenting on things that we talked about 10 minutes ago. Oh no!
Maybe she's lagging a little bit. We're like 10 minutes up from that.
Or maybe
Kyosha.
she's just reminding us.
28:30. I'm going to comment right now.
Maybe
We're currently at what are we at right now? Can someone look at the screen?
28, 40, 41, 42, 43.
Yeah, I just posted 42. All right. We'll see.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe Freddy can hurt you in the dream, and you can't wake up. But if you hurt yourself in it,
Yeah.
you wake up. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's the answer. Maybe it's that simple.
What if
Freddy
Freddy
has all the
gives you a
power.
wet dream?
Yeah, how come he doesn't use his powers for good?
Just, visiting people less fortunate and giving them wet dreams.
Exactly. He's like a gross Santa Claus. But
Yeah.
in Freddy versus Jason, he does like use the knife hands on the one girl, and it's really fucking rapey and gross. So I guess he's not above that.
They were saying they had to put blue undershadow under her eye to make them look tired. So there was a lot of. I guess it kind of looks like dark bags under her eyes.
I mean, she's only been going for like one day. I mean,
Yeah.
How tired can you get?
That's what I'm saying too. Yeah, yeah. It's like it's only
This is all like she woke up, she got her buddy caught, and she went to school, and it's now 4:30, 5 o'clock in the
And
afternoon.
she got a nap in at
Yeah.
school.
How could she be so tired already?
Fucking Michael Jackson here.
He does have
Yeah,
the
so
soul
this is,
glow. He's
Nick.
got the Jerry curl going
I think
Nick
he could
Corey.
fit. I think he could fit in between those bars.
with all the grease in his hair for sure.
Yeah.
Jesus Garcia
Just lube himself up.
as Nick Corey.
Maybe he could moonwalk through those bars.
Ty
This-
says, "Do I remember last year he went to see this at the drive-in while Evil Dead was playing on the other screen? How dare you? How dare you?
You chose
How do
this
you-
over Evil Dead?
Who would watch this while Evil Dead's on the other screen?"
When you could just watch Ernest Scared Stupid at home and
By the way, Rob
Yeah.
hasn't said anything, but the three of us are going to Bruce Fest at the Stanley Hotel next month
oh man,
in like 3 weeks or something, right?
Rob ignores everything I invite him to.
I don't know. Is Robert Tappert going to be there?
I don't know.
Maybe. I
Does
like
he,
Robert
does he
Tappert.
leech off the fame and follow him around everywhere?
I mean, he's big time producer man now. That's who y'all want to meet.
My friends from the
Well, what has he produced
horror-
recently?
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Sorry, Carmelo.
Hold
uh,
on.
uh,
I have a MacBook, so I can look this up while we're streaming. He did marry Xena Warrior Princess.
Did he?
Taper did?
Yeah.
Tapert's with Ruby.
Ah.
What's her
Lucy
name?
Lawless.
Lucy Lawless.
Is that why
Ruby's
she
the
was
name
in
of
Ash versus Evil Dead?
I didn't know Taper married her.
Oh yeah, they've been married ever since Xena.
Really?
Uh,
Wow. I didn't
Well,
know
let's
that.
see here. Rob Tapert has done
I know he did
Possession,
The
Evil
Possession,
Dead,
yeah.
Poltergeist, Don't Breathe, The Grudge.
Yeah, but was that the
Even
newer Poltergeist? That one was garbage.
It was Don't Breathe 2, Night Books, and I guess in 2022 there's an Evil Dead Rising or Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
in the city. It takes place in the city. I'm excited, but I'm a little
Those look
nervous.
good.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited.
So this is a really cool effect they did. The bathtub has like a little compartment under it, just big enough for like this dude to fit in and stick his hand out.
And he's
through.
in scuba gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bottomless tub. I guess like kind of you could say that, but she
Yeah.
must be like propped up somehow.
And it's not England. It's no, so she's got like a bottom, but then
Mhm.
it makes like an L. It's like the bathtub is like an L.
Oh,
that
I
dips into the
see.
ground. And so he's in there at the foot of it. But it's not Robert Englund because only one guy was like big enough or small enough to fit in that little space.
Krusty says, "Let's talk about Halloween." We're just talking about Halloween through our whatever you fucking call these lower third titles, our names. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see what we're talking about, or Facebook Live.
Yep. See, there's the bottomless bathtub. I think they made that. Yeah, they made that like a little. I think with this they did black plastic around like a bottomless pool and made it look like it was an ever-going well of water.
It's very scary.
Yeah, it is. It's creepy.
More insightful facts from Aaron Garcia here.
Blu-ray box sets of this film franchise are available for purchase at most. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yes.
That's the
Beautiful.
kind of stuff you can't
Blu-ray
get
box sets.
from watching
More
Netflix
work.
or reading Wikipedia.
Ty did paint the image of the glove between her legs. I didn't know that Christopher Ellswick bought it though. That's awesome.
Oh, here it is. There's two different tanks. One was a bottomless tub, like Carmelo described, and the other one was just a swimming pool wrapped with black plastic.
Kyosha says that bitch poured herself a highball at 7:45.
Yeah.
I think the mom is definitely an alcoholic.
Oh,
Yeah, and
she's
she gets
fucking-
worse as the movie goes along.
She's nuts. The mom is nuts.
Ooh, this one, this isn't really a
Yes.
fact.
No, that is a fact. That is a 100% fact.
Rob Zombie's a hack that married a dirty stripper. Thanks
Yep.
for that insight,
Fury Moon
Aaron.
Zombie is a nice lady. What is all the hate for this?
You've
woman?
never met her. You don't know. That woman
I'm
could
sure
kill
she's
puppies
nice.
in her halftime.
Evil Dead
There it is.
Yes.
playing
Don't
in
you
a
wish
room.
we just saw that in theaters a couple weeks ago for the 40th anniversary.
Well, this is part of the ongoing
awesome.
upmanship between Wes Craven and Sam Raimi because
Yeah.
I think Raimi won out on that one.
It started in Evil Dead, where they have Hills Have Eyes poster on the wall in the basement torn in half.
right.
And according to Bruce Campbell, that is as if to say that what's happening in Evil Dead is way worse than what happens in Hills Have Eyes.
Right.
But then it goes on to say, then there's this movie where Evil Dead is playing on the TV.
Right.
And then there's Evil Dead 2, where there's a Freddy claw hanging in the work shed.
Yeah.
And then
But
you
it
see it
actually-
again in Ash vs. Evil Dead.
It started one notch earlier than that because in Hills Have Eyes, Wes Craven put a torn up poster of Jaws as
That's
if
right.
to say Hills Have Eyes is worse than Jaws.
Worse than Jaws.
So he was
His
really
fi-
inviting.
his fingers crossed that Spielberg would call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That mutant rape movie you did was really good. I need you on my next project.
I guess it's a toss up. Who do you think has become more successful? Craven, or Craven's not around anymore, right?
Rest in peace.
Craven or Sam Raimi. I mean,
Raimi.
did do some
Raimi's
big
done
budget
bigger
Spider-Man,
blockbuster movies.
Yeah, Raimi went big time.
but Craven
Um,
has the entire Scream franchise basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but,
does.
but Craven only directed it. He didn't write it.
Uh,
You guys see there's a new Scream coming out with all the old characters.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
called
all
Scream.
that Scream. The guy that wrote Scream was the one that did. Oh, I know what you did last summer. Craven was just hired to direct Scream.
Yeah.
Can we
Krusty says Hills Have Eyes suck.
It
Hills Have
does.
Eyes sucks. When the original isn't very good, but you guys, everyone on this damn thread has to admit that the remake of Hills Have Eyes is one of the fucking best horror movies
It's
the
very
remake
out there.
of The Hills Have Eyes is the
It's
best.
so fucking
Yeah.
good.
It
Not
is
the
really
original.
good.
Can we put Jeremiah Prime? Can we put his comment up real quick from 647? Rob looks at these sounds.
What's up,
I-
Jeremiah?
I don't know
Good
what that
evening to
means.
you, sir.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know what that means.
Rob looks like he sounds. Oh yeah, Ty and Draco's in the new Scream according to Freddie. I did see a Freddie share a shot that showed an actor that looked a lot like Ty.
Ty says I'm a nerd. It's true.
But
I
he
wear
said
that
caramel,
glasses.
so I don't know who he's talking about. You or like caramel, the candy.
Scream 5, his estate needs money. I wonder if Craven his estate gets anything from Scream, seeing as how he's not directing it.
I don't know. Is he
Yo,
producer?
screw your pass.
Robin, part of the Hills Have Eyes remake is not on Disney Plus. There's no way.
Made in Canada, he said.
Oh,
He said
well,
there's
hey.
horror on there.
He
Yeah.
said in Canada there's horror on Disney Plus.
Okay. Well, amen to that.
It goes
They
to
do-
show you that they're like, oh, Americans will get all,
Did the-
petitiony about it.
Did the main guy in that movie ever do anything else? Because you hated him so much at first, and then you just loved him by the end.
Oh, that's
I'm not sure.
Aaron. Fuck, what's his last name? He was in X-Men. He was Pyro in all the X-Men movies.
So no.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. I love the way he films this. There's little things he does that makes it just feel surreal and dreamlike, and it's just very, very well shot. I think that covers up a lot of like the mediocre acting and some of the weirder effects. I think
There's mediocre acting in this.
I know it gets that good.
Didn't you see her just look to the left and to the right? I believed it. I believe that she definitely thought there was something over there, or there was a grip.
I'm
There was
glad
a
you
grip
could tell me
doing
and Danny
this. Heather, over here. Oh, okay, good. We got it. Okay, good.
JLC is a leathery hack, Rob says.
She is.
I wonder how much I'd have to pay to get a couch made out of JLC after she dies.
Oh,
Well,
my
see,
God.
the
I
thing
can't
is
believe
that
just
you
said
would probably be able to get a couch, a love seat, and 2 ottomans once you stretched it.
Oh,
She's another really nice lady. What are you so
Again,
hard on her?
you don't know her.
I'm
You've got
sure
no
she's
idea
nice.
what she's like.
She cares about your digestive health.
Not anymore. They fired her. She couldn't
Oh.
even act her way out of the Activia commercials.
she was okay in True Lies.
She's
Yeah.
good in True Lies. She's good in
Yeah.
She
Train
was
to
good in True
Tracy.
Lies.
No, she was not good in
She was.
Trading Places.
What's that one? The comedy where she's like the hot mom, and I forget. It's like a Christmas movie.
Freaky Friday, right?
Yeah. Well,
No,
there's that
no,
one
no.
too.
That's the one with Tim Allen, right?
The one with Tim Allen. Yeah, that one she's pretty good in.
Oh,
I forgot what-
Christmas
like-
with the Cranks or something?
Yeah, Christmas with the Cranks. That.
Are you sure
that's
she's
it.
in that?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
in
she
that.
is.
Okay.
Yes, that one's good.
Creep Show is the best. I can
I like
can
Crip
agree
Show.
with that.
Robin could tell Danny and I apart, but then he didn't know which one was which. But then he's like, "Oh well, that must be Rob" when he first saw us live. Yeah, because we're brothers, right?
You-
Nick said you honor.
And why'd they have to name him Glenn? It's just so
It's kinda-
bad.
It's kind of neat how he walks through the bars. Do we have a note on how they did that? Because I mean,
No.
nowadays it'd be pretty obvious some kind of CGI.
And
thing,
she's
but-
still hanging around in
beyond
the in the Walmart bag.
The body bag.
She's scary. In it.
Have we seen the
Oh,
worms?
yeah.
Well, there's a
Centipede.
centipede. There's the worms. Okay, got it. Or snakes, whatever the hell those were.
Supposedly
I
they
think
had
it
a
was
bunch.
a centipede.
It was a centipede.
Well, it's
Supposedly
gonna be in
they-
the mouth, and I guess on the feet too, right?
How did? Oh man, I, don't
didn't
like
see
any
the
of that.
feet. They had a lot of centipedes on set, and I guess a few got loose on set that they.
Oh no way! That's the worst.
Yeah, I have that note here.
That's terrible. I would have quit.
You gotta love this synthesizer
Centipedes
stuff.
calling your boy on set. Those are
Blue
slippery
door
sons
on
of
Nancy's
bitches.
house in this movie, and then for all the rest, it's the iconic red door. There are
This
some
is the Bob
arguments.
Shea thing. Bob Shea wanted these, and I guess it's like oatmeal or like pancake batter or
Yep.
something like that. No one
There's
knows for sure.
conflicting stories. Heather Langenkamp says it was pancake mix, and it was some. I forgot who else said it was like oatmeal and glue.
Yeah. But either way, Wes Craven hated it. He absolutely hated that effect, and Bob Shea really wanted it.
Bob
I think
Shea-
it works, but it's. I think the problem is you can see the holes that she's gonna step into. It would if they could have done it where it was hidden in the carpet until she steps, that would have really sold it.
I just don't see what the effect does.
I
I
guess
guess
it was
it's
a
like one of those
nightmare.
dreams where you're running in place and you can't.
It was a
like, move.
nightmare that Bob Shea actually had, and I read that Craven let him direct that sequence because of that.
He had a couple second units. He had Sean Cunningham even did a bit of this somewhere.
Yeah, well, I heard they
Um,
did a trade-off. Cunningham did a couple shots for Craven, and then Craven did a couple things for Cunningham in Friday the 13th.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what, but yeah.
Oh, wake up, Glenn.
Cunningham is better than Craven.
He is.
Rob's lower third.
Cunningham night or Friday the 13th.
Kyosha, thanks for clearing that up. Can we put her comment on the screen? I think that really sums up this movie very nicely.
Yeah, I think she's still behind us.
Yeah, but she's also right.
Yeah.
Sean Cunningham does hate lawsuits, Aaron.
Tyan Draco brings up a good point. Do you think Bob Shea sends Robert Englund a Christmas card for building his studio? They did call New Line the house that Freddie built for a while because apparently they were in bankruptcy and this film's absolutely saved them.
Yeah.
I guess the lab wasn't giving them the final print days before its release because they still owed him money, and Bob Shea brokered some kind of deal. Bob Shea just looks a lot. I feel like he looks like I always forget this guy's name. Why do I always forget his name? It's the guy. It's the husband in Four Christmases. The mom's new husband. They go to church with.
I haven't seen.
I still have never seen Four Christmas.
I know what
Oh
you're
my
talking
god,
about.
it's so fucking funny. Hold on, let me just look it up. Everyone's like screaming it at me right now.
I know who
Is
you're
it the
talking about. I can
Jenkins
picture it.
guy?
I always forget. I always have searched for. I've searched for his name like 2 times on this podcast before. Let's see if anyone tells me in the comments before I actually find it.
Yeah, so maybe all of this was filmed in Los Angeles. I think
Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Dwight Yoakam had like the little Bob Shea fro for sure.
Aaron's new movie trivia. Freddy's tears were used to make White Claw.
He's trying to get at me, but I no longer drink White Claw, so it's okay.
It's been a while. Rob had a phase. He had a strong White Claw phase.
I had to break the
I
habit.
remember that.
Now it's just because Danny yelled at me for like a year and a half. Now it's just water.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a cool bottle, so I got all kind of Colorado stickers on it.
Took myself out on accident. There we go.
Strangle.
Yep. I guess they shot it. I didn't remember them saying how they shot it, but I guess they just drug him around with it, or maybe shot it in reverse.
Hanging jail cell. I don't have a note for that one.
No.
I love how they think he hung himself. On how he could have tied a noose, sure, and thrown the blanket out the window, but what pulled his neck?
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, Ty said, did anyone have any pizza delivered for the live? Damn it.
Son of a bitch.
Why didn't anyone have Pizza Hut delivered?
I know. I'm in the mood now for pizza. You got me.
Yeah, I have some leftover mead pizza in my fridge. I'll probably eat that after this.
I've been craving blackjack.
Jason says, would the cops really let him wear his jacket in the cell?
Of course they would. It's Los Angeles.
That's a good point.
No, this is supposed to be in like
Yeah.
Ohio or something.
Jack-
No,
and
it was going to be in Los Angeles, actually. That's where it was originally set, and then they made it nondescript. In this movie, it's actually nondescript. You don't even know, and then it's not until the sequels that we find out it's Ohio. Springwood, Ohio.
Yeah.
Which of course is cocked up because there are palm trees clearly visible in this movie.
Someone should insert Will Ferrell in the scene from Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, it's a fictional address, 1428 Elm Street, Springwood, Ohio. The actual house, it was in Los Angeles, 1428 North Genesee Avenue. I think I earlier said Potsdam, New York. That was a 1968 student film project made by students of Craven at Clarkson University and was filmed along Elm Street in Potsdam, New York. And the town in that, the movie was Mad Stop, Potsdam spelled backwards. And then that kind of, obviously we know this is the based on the articles in the LA Times about men from Asia who died in the middle of nightmares.
Yeah, over about a 3-year period, they had a few refugees that had nightmares, then tried to stay awake for as long as they could. Then the next time they fell asleep, they died, and that's where Wes Craven took this from. Yeah. And I thought at the time they were dubbing it Asian Death Syndrome, which is a little harsh.
Yeah,
but now they're calling it. They actually named it like a syndrome or something.
Yeah, men ages 19 through 57.
Yeah.
I had heard something like, or I think it was Craven who was saying that these people came from a culture where it was very common to write your dreams down as soon as you woke up or tell someone about them as a way of purging yourself of the dreams. But then now that they had left their homes, there was no outlet for that the way there was before. And so that got to them psychologically. And that might have been one explanation.
Yeah, it's crazy how that happened. I mean, dying in their nightmares, that's unexplained deaths there. But this gave Craven the idea.
Makes you wonder, right? Maybe the next time you fall asleep.
Yeah. See, this is one of those things like it's not real. I mean, it's in your dreams. Like, how can you escape Freddy?
Yeah.
Like, you can escape Michael Myers and Jason and stuff, even though they don't ever die, but you can escape them. Like, you can't run from this ever. You have to sleep. So it's very, very freaky.
I know a lot of people hate the remake, but one of the things I liked in there was this idea of like these micro naps where like you can't even, if you do try to escape Freddy and just stay awake forever, there are horrible consequences to not sleeping, including like randomly falling asleep a little bit here and there and not even knowing it.
Yeah.
So this is Roger Rabbit, did you say? This guy here?
The Dream Doctor. So is that right, Ty? Is this the guy? I thought it was a lady, but I guess maybe this is the guy.
Robert Englund was eventually cast as a Nightmare Beaver in a kids' cartoon series. Cool.
I like Kyosha must be behind us a little bit. She said they're watching Evil Dead. Protect Bruce Campbell at all costs. He is a gem.
He's a national treasure. We're going to see him next month at the Stanley Hotel.
Bruce Fest, yes. Although we didn't pay the extra amount of money to do a VIP cocktail party with him because we don't want to be that guy.
No, I don't think Bruce Campbell cares for that guy.
No. I said maybe we'll work with him eventually sometime soon, so I don't want to be fanboying.
I've listened to some pretty good interviews with him. He doesn't really care for the fanboys. No.
Yep, Ty says, yep, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Voice Roger Rabbit. That calls for a rewatch.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
Same with the remake of Nightmare, because I've only seen that once ever, long ass time ago. I remember the
New Nightmare?
No, 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty. I think I remember actually liking it. I mean, it got a lot of heat. Everybody, the actors are, they're like 35 years old, but it's no kind of different than this.
And that's not with Robert Englund. That's with someone
Jackie
else.
Earle Haley.
Yeah, Haley.
I like Haley though.
A real little person.
I think it's. I'm not saying it's great, but it's reviled generally by fans, and I don't think it's anywhere near that bad. I mean, I think it's better than half the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Everything from like.
I think the guy did good.
Yeah,
I like Jack.
It just might be unfortunate that
Haley.
It wasn't the best, according to fans, the best use of the remake. Yeah. But in what it was, I thought the guy did good.
That was with Rooney Mara too. Was in that.
I like Rooney Mara. It's got Katie Cassidy in it. She's good. She's the false protagonist.
Jason said that he met Bruce, and everyone who went up to get an autograph, Bruce would ask them what they did for a living. Easy way to get away from answering the same questions over and over again.
Yeah,
that's pretty smart.
I met really Bruce once to get an autograph, and I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and she said to him, "Bruce, my mom really loves you on Burn Notice." And Bruce Campbell didn't hesitate 1 second and said, "Well, you tell your mom I do her anytime."
I haven't met him. I saw him in a small theater in Denver for that Last Fan Standing thing he did. He did a tour where he ran like a game show.
That's cool.
So it was pretty fun.
Aaron Garcia's got a good question. When was the first time we all watched this movie?
Tonight. This is the first time.
Yeah. First time. Yeah.
Well, again, I think I was 9 or 10 or 11.
So that was probably like 1994 for us. 1993.
Yeah.
Krusty Antique says 1985. Nice.
So
nice.
Fans
that was the year after it was made.
I didn't get to watch horror movies as a kid because my mom wouldn't let me. So the first of any Freddy movie I ever saw, like I would see like commercials for this on VHS tapes. That would scare me. But I didn't see a Freddy movie till I saw Freddy versus Jason in 2003.
What?
And then I got hooked and I went back and rewatched them all. So in 2003 was the first time I saw it. And I was trying to catch up on all the Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. So that was when I was like, oh, this one is Because then
Yeah.
they're followed by so many mediocre ones. I realized how good this one was.
This movie's so like I said, someone was about 10. It's so ingrained that the mom like is Freddy because of the final. Isn't it after the credits or right at the end? She like gets sucked through the door window.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
then
terrible.
isn't she like Freddy at one point? She has the glove on or something. I don't know.
remember that.
Maybe not. I just always see the mom and it like freaks me out.
Well, I think she is disguised at the very end as Freddy. And she like Freddy goes through her, it like pretends to be her.
I think I
I
started
was
on
8
the
years old
Friday
when I
the
watched this.
13th.
Yeah, that's how I was wondering when Rob started on the show. I think you guessed it on Friday the 13th. I don't know if you became
It
a
was Friday the
co-host
13th,
until
Yeah, I'm not sure when because I was on and off for a while. I'm not sure. I can't remember the first franchise we went through
I think it
because
was
I
Freddy.
did Friday the 13th part 1 and 2. We thought we could combine them into like an hour, and it was like a 2.5 hour episode.
well, when we covered these, we combined 2 movies into one episode for the
Yeah.
whole series because of how many there are.
Well, Jeremy Prine said that the Nightmare on Elm Street remake is the worst of all remakes. I gotta disagree. There's been some bad remakes out there. We were just talking about Poltergeist, for instance.
Oh God, Poltergeist
yeah,
is horrible.
wait till you see Halloween Kills. Then you'll see the
That's not a
worst.
remake.
That's not a
though.
remake though.
It is.
Are you
It's a
talking
remake
about
of part
Actual
2.
replacement
It is?
sequel.
Of all
It is
remakes.
a remake of part 2
Does
because
he get hit by a ambulance or whatever he gets
well,
hit with?
Ben Tramer's not even in it, but she wakes up in a hospital and spends the whole movie in there.
Don't the
kinda like
nurses
part 2.
get it on in the hospital?
Well,
One
I
of them
think
does, yeah.
the radiologist and no, the mortician and one of the nurses does.
Ah.
I definitely agree that the remakes tend to be not as good as the originals, but only case is The Hills of Eyes, which was better.
Yeah.
I can't think of another one, but yeah,
Well,
usually
I don't know if it's better, but the Evil Dead remake is excellent.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I wouldn't
yeah.
say it's better. It's just different.
it's a
but
different movie,
It was
but
awesome.
it's amazing. Evil Dead
I-
2013.
I also love the Friday the 13th remake. I think
2009.
2009. I think
Yeah.
it's great.
I would
need to watch
say
that.
That's
again.
more of like a sequel though, because they're not at camp and the mom's not the killer.
Yeah, see, I actually agree with you, Rob. I always wondered why bother rebooting a movie like Jason. Like, who cares about where he's been in the interim? It's just another group of teenagers. It's only a remake if you're retelling the same story.
Yeah.
So just tell a different story.
The Fly
thought-
and the Thing are great remakes.
I thought Fright Night was pretty good.
yes.
Yeah, I like Friday Night.
I
Yep.
just watched the prequel, The Thing, last week, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought they did pretty good actually with the effects on it, even though some of it's probably CGI.
We actually just named a bunch of really good remakes. What are the shitty remakes? What are
Yes, the Hellraiser
Okay.
remakes are really bad. Robin Party.
Yes.
Oh my, yeah, those are bad. The upcoming Exorcist remake that's coming up. Jason Watts.
We'll see what Blumhouse does with it. Aren't
Yeah.
they the ones that have it?
from Blum. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that interview that Jason Blum did on Joe Bob was great. That's what I texted Danny when I grew up. I just want to be Jason Blum.
You got to have some fucking balls to remake The Exorcist.
Well,
Yeah.
I just think
Seriously.
the way he looks at it is I don't think he cares as much as how beloved it is. I mean, that's what he said on Joe Bob too.
It's
It's about the money. He knows that if he can remake The Exorcist for 20 million, it's going to make 100 million.
oh, it will. It will make.
and people will hate it, and he will
Yeah.
put $8 million in his pocket.
What I don't understand is they're also making a sequel to The Exorcist. So are these two different projects, or
They're doing a trilogy. They bought
yeah?
it.
But I
they-
mean, is that
they-
the same as Blumhouse's remake? Is he doing a remake while someone else is doing the?
Krusty says Night of the Living Dead remake was amazing. Yeah.
91?
I-
Yeah.
Don't even know if I've seen that. I need to. I
Black
need to go back and
Christmas
look.
was better than Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Yeah, but not by much.
Oh, the
but
Black
they're
Christmas
insane.
remake is horrible.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me, Aaron.
I
That is
hadn't seen
one of
that.
my least favorite movies ever.
I don't think I've seen that
the
either.
craft
Ty
legacy.
says Vince Vaughn as Norman Bates was bad. I thought Vince Vaughn did okay.
The craft sequel reboot remake was pretty terrible, and I was really happy to see that movie lost like millions of dollars.
We'll see what Blumhouse does with Exorcist, but no matter what, because Exorcist is like, it's. I think it's like the scariest movie ever made, but a lot of horror fans disagree because whatever. But it's such a iconic movie that half the people say it's the scariest movie they've ever seen, and the other half the people try to say they're cool by saying it's not scary. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think some
So-
people are just bored by it. I think it's terrifying. I think it's really scary.
Oh, it's very terrifying.
I
And-
mean,
but
yeah.
I think it's a slow burn though.
It may matter how or when you were introduced to it, because I saw it at a too young age.
Yeah,
and
me too.
anyone who saw it within the 20 years it was made probably thinks it's the scariest movie ever made. But okay, if you saw it today and you're 18 years old, you might be like just desensitized, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
and for 1973, it like shocked the world, and it was arguably the best horror movie made. I mean, it won the most. It was nominated for the most Academy Awards. The only like horror movie ever named for best movie, and so it's. I mean, yeah, it still holds
Ty
up.
says scariest
today.
movies, Pet Cemetery. And I saw that at a young age too, and I thought it was pretty fucking scary.
And I think The Exorcist is not only one of the best horror movies, I think it is one of the best films of all time. I think it's a fantastic.
Yeah,
movie.
not just horror, but the actual every genre.
Introducing my mom to it for the first time this week. She hates horror movies. She's been too scared to watch it, but she was on the set of Sin Eater when we were filming, and she told me, I don't think movies are ever going to scare me again. So I showed her Paranormal Activity, and she didn't blink. And I said, you know what? Your tolerance is at an all-time high. We're going to watch The Exorcist. So we're going to try it this week.
What you think?
Oh, I'll let you guys know what she says.
Oh, she hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to watch it on Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
Ty says OG Pet Cemetery is way scarier than The Exorcist. I just feel the possession gets me more.
No, man. Yeah, possession freaks me out.
Yeah, more than like a. I mean, I guess the pets are kind of possessed too, but I
There's
don't
still
know.
a little cheese to Pet Cemetery. Not in a bad way. I love that movie.
Yeah, I love Pet Cemetery.
You know,
So he's wearing this half-cut shirt that
It's a jersey.
normally you would wear if you were playing football. You used to wear that back in the day. Cut your shirt off because it would only need to cover where your pads went. But he doesn't look like a football player to me. So it must be for fashion's sake.
I saw Phantasm. That's
Phantasm. Yeah.
Phantasm.
I do love the Phantasms, even though I have no idea what they're about.
Yeah,
I still
no
watch-
idea what goes on or what
I
is
still
happening.
watch them every chance. If I'm bored and can't find anything, I will usually Phantasm will eventually
I mean,
happen.
Aaron says
can't-
Sin Eater has a trailer. Did we release that? I don't remember releasing that.
no, we didn't.
Yep. Jason Watts just reminded us coming up one of the most iconic scenes, and I think we know it's the bed scene where.
Sin Eater's actually had a trailer
Yeah.
for about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Cedar, yeah.
You can't go Phantasm. I mean, a quad barrel shotgun and Reggie Bannister. You just can't go wrong.
We're hot as love. You can't. And then of course the car, the 440.
Oh, the car.
Cuda.
Yeah, the car.
So
Reggie's
good.
just pulling it out of his zipper hole, doing women.
Yeah, but he doesn't even get lucky to like part 3. Like you got to really get into that series before poor
Yeah.
Reggie gets anything.
I've never seen Phantasm. Is it worth it? Should I?
Oh,
Yes.
man. Oh man.
You've seen him. You've never seen Phantasm?
Not a one of
Dude,
them.
you gotta
the
watch them.
fuck?
They're great.
I don't know if you got to, but I mean, you got to.
Well, they're just classic. They're cheesy, but they're
Just because
classic.
they're classic. They're not great, but they're just.
The first one's pretty good. I
The
mean,
quad
it's-
barrel shotgun, Reggie
I
Bannister.
thought the third one's not bad. Third one's not bad.
I would say 1, 3 are the 1 and 3 are the best.
The
and
newer
then
one they made, Ravagers.
Ravager was awful.
yeah, it was
so
pretty
bad.
bad.
You should
Bad
just watch
CGI.
them. I guess you didn't cover them with us. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was before my
Christine
time.
Kid says Evil Dead is close to being the scariest. You know what? I saw Evil Dead at a really young age too, and it did scare me for the longest time. I did think it was pretty fucking scary.
See, I watched
Yeah.
Army of Darkness first. So by the time that I saw
Yeah.
Evil
I
Dead,
think I did too.
I was actually disappointed with Evil Dead because I was so amped up for it to kind of be more like Army of Darkness. And it's still fantastic, but if you see Army of Darkness first, it has a completely different.
I'm sure I didn't see it till
Why?
later.
To me, it had the reverse effect. I saw Army of Darkness first, just like Rob. So then was like, I love this. I want to see them all. So I watched Evil Dead, and I was expecting something fun, and instead it punched me right in the dick. That movie was terrifying. I was like,
Yeah,
why
I
is
saw
he
Army-
making any joke?
I saw them in order.
I think we saw Army of Darkness first.
I don't think we did. I
At
don't think
Ian's,
so.
at Ian's house back.
No,
in the
I
day?
saw Evil Dead first. I know I did.
Yeah.
No, I Evil Dead now 2013 got me. where
2013 is amazing.
I mean, it had parts that made me uncomfortable. Evil Dead never did. I just think they're really good and they're really fun.
I
horror
would.
movies.
I'm gonna go. I shouldn't even go on record saying this, but
You like
I would-
2013 better? It's okay.
no, not better, not better. I would rather see Fede Alvarez continue the Evil Dead saga than Sam Raimi in the Ash vs. Evil Dead universe.
Oh, 100%.
What?
Well, the
Yeah.
Ash vs. Evil Dead
100%.
universe did get a really good ending. I don't know how much better an ending it's going to get than
Yeah,
that.
or just maybe not the universe. I shouldn't use the word universe. Vibe. I would rather see the
No.
vibe of 2013 keep living on than the vibe of Ash vs. Evil Dead live on.
Well, maybe
1000%.
they can combine together. They can combine their forces together.
I had to force myself to finish season 2 of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Well, you should watch season 3 because it's.
I'm
better.
gonna have to eventually. It's just, I got to be in the mood. It kind of season 2 really just. I watched it just for being a fan, and I guess you can do that for an hour and 30 for like some of these awful movies, but. And it's not really awful, but a full series. I was really dragging. But
Well, 3. Watch 3. It's
the
good.
Fede Alvarez, as soon as the title card. I mean, like, no, I mean, as soon as the movie rolled, you didn't blink that entire movie.
No.
You sat there, and I've rewatched it 3 or 4 times, and I get basically the same effect.
Stacey, thanks for joining us from Australia, as always.
Stacey,
I'm
what's
interested in what scotch you may or may not be drinking. Of course, I don't know what time it is there, so it might be inappropriate. But
Every time I hear Australia, I
she's a
just think
scotch
of
connoisseur.
Dumb
I
and
just love
Dumber.
the dad drinking a beer here.
I think she likes the Macallan from the posts I've seen you post. Macallan 12 year, maybe.
Yeah. Ty
Put
and
another
Jeremiah,
shrimp
thank
on
you
the
for rec.
Barbie.
I will watch Phantasm. I promise.
Yeah, just watch it.
Oh yeah, the Cuda in Phantasm.
Yeah, the
Sweet.
446 pack.
That thing's sweet, man. Yeah, you got to watch it.
She needs a new
It is
bandage
good.
on that arm. I mean,
Yeah.
that thing's bleeding way too much for it to be.
Yeah, probably could have got stitches when she was in the hospital for
Yeah,
it.
that effects guy was probably just like, let's really
Yeah.
doctor this up.
Isn't it where she burned herself too? But like on the inside, it's that one strip of forearms getting a real beat.
Oh, I like the members
Yeah.
only jacket. I have not seen the Sci-Fi's Chucky
The mom
series
sneaking.
yet,
what is that?
Jeremiah.
What's she sneaking? That
Is
looks like
it-
a fr-
Has to be
That-
vodka
that bottle looks frozen though.
out of the
It
freezer.
does. Well, that's her frozen linen closet where she keeps her
What
ice
the
cold
fuck?
powder.
Oh, she has
There's
an ice pack in there.
no-
Why
Nothing
is she
said-
hiding the alcohol? Hiding it from who? Like
I'd
it's
say
not like,
nothing.
I guess
nothing,
John
nothing
Saxon.
says you're a
It's for
secret
alcohol.
alcoholic like chugging vodka in the hallway where everybody can see you.
Well,
Aaron-
she must be hiding it from her husband, but John Saxon looks like he wears makeup.
But I think
and-
they're
I was about to
separated.
say this isn't Burt Young. This is John Saxon. She could probably take John Saxon.
Burt Young would
Oh,
you
he'd
wouldn't have to hide
shake.
it from him. Well, you'd have to
Oh,
hide
he'd
it because he would be drinking it all.
I just watched Amityville 2: The Possession this weekend. It was for free, and I put it on, and still.
Aaron says Scotty looks intimidating, like he's about to drop black metal guttural lines.
Yeah, baby. I was just gonna read that. You know, Aaron.
Damn,
So
Scotty.
good.
Rob Jeremiah is wondering if you watched Sci-Fi's Chucky series.
I have not. I have not yet.
Rob,
I need to
I,
watch
going
before I
to?
feel some Amity.
I've listened to the Amityville 2 episodes.
If
but
they're
I've
all
never
out,
seen
I'll
it.
binge them.
Oh.
I don't like watching stuff as it comes out. You know that.
Aaron's asking when Poolside's touring again. We did meet Aaron in
Houston.
Houston, yeah, while we were playing down there. I don't know, man. That's Rudy keeps asking me the same thing. but
I've already
I
talked.
know
To
he
Danny,
won't
I've already
commit.
talked to Danny about it, and I've got him inspired again. I think.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh, my movie froze.
Oh, here comes
Oh
the
shit! Here comes the phone mouth. The phone mouth is about to. Oh,
tongue
not,
to the
not
phone.
quite yet.
Or no, this is
I had a rotary
wrapped up
dial
phone
phone
set.
in my room when I was growing up. I
I've
had to go to
lost
a
it.
yard sale to find it.
Oh, I might have to run and pee. I've never do this, but oof.
don't do it.
Bring the
feeling it.
just bring the laptop with you. That way you can stay on.
It's connected to like my monitor here. The laptop's over here.
You
My
and your
mic's here.
Fancy.
Man, you need to find the fridge in there.
But this is one of the old Thunderbolt displays, man.
I
I
know.
bought this
I
used off
still-
Amazon.
Well, when you buy a new one, hold that one for me because
really, it's got a little chip in this corner, and then it's got a little line that goes down it.
The phone
care.
isn't plugged in. How's it?
I don't
ringing?
have one. I don't have a monitor at all.
I thought you had like a Windows monitor or just a PC one.
I am not plugging a piece. This is a MacBook Pro, Danny.
Can I get a
Pro.
timestamp from someone? I'm loading. the
Yeah,
movie.
Carmelo, I am at
She's stomping the phone right now.
107, 26, 27, 28,
Thank you.
29,
Perfect.
30.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The phone gig.
The new Munsters movie is going to be, if it's true Rob Zombie, it's going to be the Munsters go to the trailer park.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah.
That phone gag.
What if the
Nostalgic
Munsters
about
were
that
on
stuff.
meth?
Like,
Have you ever
like
wondered
what?
if the Munsters were smoking meth and living in a single wide? Watch
It's hard-
Rob Zombie's Munsters.
It's hard to
I'm very
disagree with that
interested.
review because all of it, every single one of his movies is that. But I really think he's nostalgic for the Munsters. I think it'll be a little
He's
bit more.
nostalgic for everything, and it all sucks.
Well, I refuse to render a judgment, Aaron,
Oh,
until we
no.
see the movie.
He was.
Oh, so this
nostalgic
is the
for-
room. This is the room again, where they trying to figure out how to use this room that could flip upside down.
Yeah.
So this is how they get this effect. But the problem is for the room to spin right, it had to be balanced, right? So there's a
Who
lamp in one
sleeps with
corner.
a television.
Yeah, yeah, they
on
had
their
to-
Yeah,
lap?
that's another. So then they start pumping this room full of red water, which throws off the weight. And I guess the room spun out of control and sprayed blood all over the set. And
Jeez.
they all go running for the hills.
Yeah,
So
this looks
sweet.
really good.
So this is real
This is-
blood and the room's
Well,
spinning
it's not
right
real
now.
blood.
Well, it's red water.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Red
It's
water.
real movie blood.
That mother's not overreacting.
Aaron Mitchell
near
says he's
enough.
expecting Rob Zombie's 31 type of monsters.
There will be a clown and a little person dressed up as
Ty
Hitler
says
in
he
there.
lives in a single wide, Rob, so take it easy.
Well, I used to as well, so that's why I could say it.
They
Sherry
use
Moon.
What, legs
500
sticking out
gallons
of the
of.
bed there? I never noticed that.
Sherry
Look at that.
Sherry looks like a frumpy stripper cosplaying as a goth Harley Quinn. That's true.
Wow.
Krusty says House of 1,000 is the best. I don't know, man. It's hard to beat Devil's Rejects. Devil's Rejects.
Yeah,
is
I
really
could
good.
prob-
right.
I
They
could
almost
probably
I
like
like
say
House of
everybody.
1000, but Devil's Rejects. I don't know.
I'm going to go on record saying that Halloween Kills was so bad, I've bumped it up higher than Rob Zombie's Halloween.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told Danny
Well,
I'd
Rob
put
told
it
me
on record.
personally. He
I'd
said that
put
he
it on
liked Rob
record.
Zombies better.
None of them are worse than Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. That movie is literally unfinished. It is an incomplete film.
It's been finished twice. It had a theatrical and a producer's cut, and it has Paul Rudd.
Love
It's
Paul
a
Rudd.
masterpiece.
Rob, you have to admit that Rob Zombie's
yeah.
Halloween 2, if you take out all the white horse shit, is a good movie.
If you take out all the white horse stuff, if you take out the hospital daydream flashback,
That was
And
all.
if
That was the best part of the movie.
and if you try to ignore that Laurie turned into like a white zombie fan, and if you ignore the fact
Okay.
that Annie is dead, he killed her in the first. That girl is dead.
She can be a white zombie fan. If wasn't she wearing crop top and low rise or no?
I'm not sure.
I'm all about that. I'm all about that.
I'm not going back and rewatching these movies.
I'm
I
all
just-
about that Hellraiser Hell World attire.
Yes, the muffin tops.
The muffin tops.
Danny has had.
Resurrection was
Danny
pretty
has
awful.
gone on record that he prefers the muffin over the high waisted.
Oh God, I don't. Yeah,
I like both.
definitely.
It just depends. Halloween
Hell
Kills is
World
worse than Season of
attire.
the Witch.
And Lance
No,
Henriksen.
Season of the Witch is top 4, top 5.
and Lance Henriksen. Just,
Resurrection. What about Halloween Resurrection?
Ooh.
Yeah. Chris Scherer. Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know.
But
It's pretty
see, I
bad,
don't.
too.
But see, I don't. My whole thing is like I don't really care about Resurrection that much. It's goofy and ridiculous and awful. But when you have a PR tour for Halloween Kills about how insightful and how good it's going to be, and it turns out to be that bad, you can't help but hate it.
I hope everyone listening really loves to hear us talk about other horror movies while we watch
Yeah.
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. I was just
I'm sorry. We are supposed to be. John Saxton looks upset. He's walking upstairs.
Well, you're giving the Friedkin.
The freaking
uh,
commentary.
Oh,
Friedkin
she,
commentary.
she was.
and his
she's
daughter's making a meth pipe out of a light bulb.
that is what that looks like. 100%.
So this drives me crazy in this movie and in every movie where they do this. Whenever they give a time limit, like, oh, it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and it's way longer than that in real life, let alone in movie time. And right here, she tells her dad, come in 20 minutes. So then she sets up all these fucking booby traps and has a goodbye conversation with her mom all in 20 fucking minutes. It would take 20 minutes to file through that light bulb. Give me a fucking
Oh yeah,
break.
yeah. She does all this. This should take like 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half.
This is the Home Alone sequence.
Well, in that movie, he does it pretty fast too, but at least they don't come out and say like, oh, he did it in 30 minutes. Like they just let the montage do the
I'd be
work.
more afraid of the Wet Bandits.
That's right.
Yeah.
The sticky bandits.
The Sticky Bandits.
It changes. It changes in the second.
I just don't know where she found all this energy to do all this when after
AJ's
just
asking about the
being awake
Chucky
for a
show
day.
too. Why
She's
are
a
these?
diary,
Why is
yeah.
everyone asking about the Chucky series?
I guess because it's got Brad Dourif. He's back in it, and I
How-
think it's done.
Is
by
it
the
in
time-
continuity? Is it like after the last Curse of Chucky or whatever the last one? was called?
Not sure.
You all know that I'm just not really a fan of Chucky.
We should have forced Danny to watch Chucky for a while.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe next.
Chucky's
Oh,
a-
Bride of
just-
Chucky's
it's a
one I would
classic.
do a live
You
commentary.
just
I
kick
love that
it.
movie.
You just kick him. You just keep kicking him.
You don't know that. He
That's
can
all
have
you gotta do.
superhuman strength.
I guess they were.
I don't
they
think
used
it's
the-
scary,
Chucky
but
actually
That's
scared
why
me
I
more
love
than
Bride
Freddy.
of Chucky because they realized
Chucky
let's just
scared
be
you more than
funny.
Freddy? No
Yeah,
way.
right. Chucky. Yeah.
Chucky
No
did.
way.
Chucky scared me way more than Freddy.
Get out of
No
town.
way.
Because he could hide under stuff.
Yeah,
No,
but
no.
Freddy gets you in your dreams.
Yeah, I take so much Benadryl and melatonin, though. I don't think Freddy could.
He still will find you. He'll find you. You can't get away from him.
Haggard Heather Langenkamp will find you in your dreams, Rob.
Haggard.
Shit. Yeah, teamed
Wonder
up
what
with
he
Jamie
looks like
Lee
today.
Teamed
Curtis.
up with JLC.
Yeah, there's a real nightmare.
You'll have
JLC should be cast as Freddy, except
Sli-
she's no longer a burn victim.
someone
She's
create
like
a meme. Someone create a meme for
tannery
Rob.
victim.
Someone create a meme for Rob that says sleep paralysis, but it's JLC and Haggard Langenkamp in the
Why
corner
would
of his
they do
of his
that, you know?
vision.
Does someone
That,
paint this house? There's like
I'm
an
gonna drop a
empty
fun
eagle in
fact.
the background.
That hammer that she puts up as a booby trap hangs above. Well, it did at least hanged above Craven's studio door.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
As you walked in.
I did read that the original glove is maybe thought to be had by England's agent now, but it was used in Freddy 2, then it was used in Evil Dead 2, and then it was lost after that.
Oh,
So-
really?
But maybe the agent has it.
The agent has to pocket that. The
Ty,
original
I
glove.
knew Ty would take offense to me not liking Child's Play. Punt that, man.
1, 2, and 3 are solid. Child's Play, and then Bride of Chucky is hilarious.
I mean, they're classics, but like,
and it
I don't
really did go off the rails for the rest of
I
it.
guess Chucky could sneak up on me and like kill me with like a knife.
Robin said Robert wore a glove. I wonder, Robin, if it was the original glove that he wears in photo ops with people. I don't know.
War glove when you met him. I see. I was just reading there was 500 gallons of fake blood used during this. I always think of Evil Dead as the most blood I've ever seen in
It's
a movie.
Evil Dead 2. It's
It's
Evil
Evil
Dead
Dead
2 that they
Army
that
of
they set a
Darkness
blood
didn't-
record.
No, it's Evil Dead. The remake has the most blood of any movie ever.
The remake does
They
now.
rained
Yeah,
it.
Well,
because,
because
of the
they
rain
rained
at
it.
the end,
And I
yeah.
think Evil Dead 2 was that before, but 500 gallons is a lot for this. That's
Evil Dead 2 had a record for a while. It set a record with all
Yeah.
the
Keep
holes in the wall
talking
and shit.
about Evil Dead 13, and I
Let's watch
I
it.
may like it more.
you might
Than
have to
the
go watch
original.
it.
You want to do the commentary? I'll do
I'm
a live stream commentary on it.
Dude, we
We
should
can't
do
do a
I don't know, man.
commentary on really good movies because then we get distracted.
We could talk about how good they are. Wouldn't that be a nice change of pace?
Yeah, I haven't said anything bad about this,
That's true.
except
It's a good
for
movie.
the acting is terrible. And
There's
Wes-
only 2 or 3 things in this movie that don't work for me, and
the
the,
script.
the acting is okay. Some of them are okay.
For this
but
movie we're watching.
it's the fucking ending,
Yeah.
which we'll talk about in a minute because there's some interesting stories there. But that ending is just fucking awful.
So is this an out of service boiler in her house? I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say, is
Yeah,
this
right?
who has a giant cast iron boiler?
her house doesn't look that old.
I mean, this
I
is a
don't know.
dream part, so you could forgive whatever. But they're
I
down
guess
there
that's true.
earlier, and the mother was keeping the fucking glove, the murder evidence in that furnace.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
The
I
mother's
guess
behind all this.
there's a boiler in Home Alone 2 or Home Alone, right?
maybe like older
Yeah.
homes have
I
that.
meant Home Alone as well, not Home Alone 2.
I think
Is it
older
like a coal
homes.
like a coal furnace, maybe. I don't know.
And this was I mean, who knows if this is in the same house, but the same house was used for all the
Well,
for-
now we're in the jail.
Yeah, now
right?
we're in the jail.
I don't know about furnaces, but I do know that I want a swamp cooler when I get up there. It just sounds interesting.
Oh, what?
That house that I stayed at in Colorado had a swamp cooler, and Danny
the hell is a
Danny
swamp
and
cooler?
Scotty had to break it down for me, and now I really want one.
You never heard of a swamp? Why would you
Oh,
want
yeah.
one? No, dude, you want central AC.
I don't know, man. That thing was
swamp
really
coolers
cool.
is good for like
Swamp
one
cooler
room.
only
Maybe
comes
one
in
and a half.
one area. It just comes in one area, and then it
We
spreads
have
through
to
the
get.
house.
I had to get multiples.
Yeah, you'd have to get multiples, like window units.
Just like the idea of telling somebody to turn the swamp cooler up.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
And she's
I don't know, man.
going down.
And
into
usually
the
they only have like 3
basement.
settings. It's like low, medium, and high. And so you're like blasting yourself or you're hot.
I like this that she's like going deeper and deeper and just going like further and
Yeah.
further down. Like it feels very dreamlike to just like descend into the subconscious.
Like
you know?
like you're
Why wouldn't he
dreaming-
just come get her?
Yeah, it is dreamlike too, though.
Just
You're like
toying with her,
dreaming.
Rob.
You walk in your basement and you just
He
keep
doesn't
going
have to
down,
toy
down,
with
down.
anybody.
Well, he does though, Rob, because his power comes from their fear of him. And if they don't fear him, they can't.
Well, she
kill him.
obviously fears him.
But does she? Because she came here to kick his ass now. So
Yeah,
like,
she's got a sledgehammer waiting.
She has
Rob.
her house rigged.
I don't know.
AJ said there's a
I'm
trailer
finding
for
plot holes in this.
AJ said there's a trailer for a new Home Alone.
no
Hmm.
way. What?
Yeah, they're rebooting everything. I wouldn't doubt it.
All these people meeting Robert England, Ty, Jason.
Kiosha. Yes, Nancy knows that her mom's an alcoholic. Why hide it? I don't get it.
Oh man.
Yes, amen to that.
Kiosha's making me laugh. We should have her replace me on the show.
Yeah, and she's behind us still.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
okay
she's
though,
honest, but she's
Kiosha.
funny. You're hilarious.
When you arrive to us where
Kiosha.
we're at currently, Kiosha, just know that we still love you, even though you're behind us still.
AJ, I'm gonna put that trailer on as soon as this is over for this a travesty, desecrating my childhood Home Alone remake. No, they've made like 6 Home Alone sequels. They haven't made any remakes yet.
I thought they made. Yeah, I know there's a third out there, maybe a fourth.
Now everyone's gonna think I'm crazy because I'm talking to someone off camera. But there's
Yeah,
someone else
yeah.
here, I promise.
I watched 1 and 2 last year.
They're
Just to-
great.
to
They're great.
re- you
Christmas
know, they're
movies.
good. Yeah,
Nice, yeah.
2 had a lot of nostalgia that because I hadn't watched it in a long time. He's got that little recorder that you like talking to the end of it. You know,
What are
The
you
Talk
talking about?
Boy. The Talk
Critter
Boy.
Boy. You got it.
Oh
I got
yeah,
one.
for
I
Home
got
Alone.
it.
They're
I had
so
a Talk
good.
Boy at one point.
And then the pigeon lady.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I still think one's better.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
one's the best. Yeah,
Just by a little bit. Then of course Christmas Vacation, and then now
Oh yes.
I watch Daddy's Home 2.
I love Daddy's Home, dude. It's so
That's
fucking
so good.
hilarious.
I gotta see that.
The whole frostbite on his foot. John Lithgow is hilarious in that movie.
I can't believe you haven't watched Four
I'm
Christmases. Rob.
here.
I just haven't watched it yet. I'm getting there. But Daddy's Home 2 is
Oh,
like
It's a standalone.
I laugh till I cry.
I don't even remember Daddy's
Dude,
Home.
so
No,
good.
I still
it's
haven't
all about
watched
Daddy's Home too.
It's so good.
I quote I that thermostat thing every
Oh, yeah.
time somebody touches the thermostat in the house.
I made a canvas
yeah.
of that. You might have saw it on our.
She says she
Lord,
touches the thermostat in your house any damn time she pleases.
What?
Rusty, tell me that's not true. It's so good.
Oh,
it's
so
definitely a
alarm
staple
can wake you
every
up.
Christmas.
An alarm can wake you up. Aren't there other parts where people are trying to like slap people awake and it's not working?
Yeah, they really lean into the how deep people sleep as the series goes on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Dream Warrior.
That's what I mean with
Dream
me.
Child,
What,
the
what,
Dream
what, it
Master.
what it takes for me to go to sleep, man, if Freddie was coming, he got me.
There he is. See, now Freddie has crossed over into her room, into her world.
You just
Yeah.
ran into her head first.
Coffee pot.
Oh man.
Okay, here comes the tripwire.
And really, he's outmatched because he's used to hunting like little kids, and he's
Yeah.
used to having superpowers. Now he is,
Right after he gets
full-blown-
hit with the hammer, it should switch to a clip of Macaulay Culkin going, "Yes."
Yeah.
Right. Oh man, if Macaulay Culkin had set up these traps, Freddie wouldn't have stood a chance.
Have you seen those memes? It's like, who would win, Macaulay Culkin versus the Predator?
Yeah.
And it's like, how much setup time does he have?
There's
That's
like
so
a there's
good.
like a YouTube channel that this triage ER doctor set up, and he goes through all the movies. But The best one is where he breaks down every injury in Home Alone 1 and 2, and he's like, okay, this one here, broken bone, possible fracture, and he's like, death.
Yeah, so it's a
Death.
drinking game I like to play.
Like,
Is
he
I
just
take a
keeps
drink every time Marv and Harry die.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
That's
Or have you seen
such a good drinking
yeah,
game.
have you seen the Family Guy where they walk in the house and the kid's at the top of the stairs? She's like, "Hey, come get me!" Then they just shoot him in the head,
Yeah.
and then he
Yeah.
dies and
Yeah, they
bleeds
shoot him in
out.
the head.
And the guy's like, "Wow, that was easy." He's like, "Yeah, the door handle was a little hot, but
Yeah. That's so good.
All right, fuck this cop because that light bulb just exploded. So if he's not worried by the screaming girl while there's a murder investigation going on,
It's a good thing she took the time to turn that light bulb
yeah, they're
off
just
because he would
across
have
the
never
street,
known.
right?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
and,
like-
and then
they're
the
like
light bulb
30
just
feet
exploded
away.
with gunpowder.
And I always
So there's
keep
the big boiler
gasoline
still.
and
There's
just
still a big-
So that's a
jug.
gasoline, kerosene, or gasoline.
There's still a big boiler in the basement.
Yeah, so this is a famous stuntman, I guess, who loves getting set on fire, and they do a couple takes here, but you're supposed to lie down when you're done, and then they call cut and they put you out. But he ran all the way up the stairs, and he wasn't supposed to. And then after he falls here, I don't know if they used the take, but he gets back up and tries one more time to run up the stairs.
Oh yeah.
And he just wouldn't stop. Yeah, he just kept going, and they were like, "Please stop."
But they got it. So maybe it was
they got
good.
it. But that last part where he lays down, that's him saying, "Okay, put me out."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, this is what you do when a murder is on the loose and girls scream. You go running.
Yeah.
Well, and she locked her dad out, so that's good.
Maybe if
Well,
more
no, the
people
mom
try
locked
the
her in.
handle.
The mom locked the whole house up.
The handle was hot, honey. What the heck?
It looked like he was trying to pull on it, but then it just opened in.
You know he's got to be pissed from the smoke damage in that house.
That's all he cares about. He's like, let me get in there and open the windows.
Yeah, look at the carpet. It's ruined.
Yeah.
Nobody follow the fiery footprints.
Why are the guys still in the other room?
Because they've been the cops in this have got to be probably as bad as Halloween.
Uh-oh. Mother.
These cops are worthless.
Oh, the mother got what she deserved, though.
There we are. Yeah, the mother's dead. Super dead.
Well, no, because she's at the end, right?
Yeah, but
that reminds me of
Oh.
Poltergeist.
So
I don't know why.
I mean, I guess
So-
going into the bed is kind of a cool effect, but this like doll of the mother is weird.
So you look at John Saxon, he just no remorse for her dying. Like, thank
His
God
ex-wife,
she's
though, he
dead.
doesn't care about her.
He's like,
Yeah,
thank
ex-wife, right?
God.
He's like, huh.
Hmm.
Oh, that was weird.
Did you see that puppet get sucked into the bed?
yeah, but that was my wife. God, what the heck?
Did you see that puppet that looked kind of like my ex-wife get sucked into the bed? Yeah, so I don't know why they
Sorry,
did
honey, your
that.
mother's
Uh,
dead.
Ty
I
said
guess
she
we-
went up so quick because of all the vodka.
Yeah, oh, yeah, exactly.
So they filmed a bunch of endings to this movie, and they couldn't agree on which one to use, and they kept
Jason
playing
West,
around with
too.
it. They did a happy ending. They did the ending we're going to see in a minute. But apparently, Bob Shea told the editor, like, I don't care, whatever, use whatever ending you want. And then they were holding a screening for Paramount, and they're like, this is it. We got to get this movie picked up by Paramount, or we're going to go bankrupt. And Bob Shea called the editor, who was still editing the movie, and he was like, hey, what ending did you use? And he's like, oh, the happy ending. And Bob Shea's like, no, it's got to be the one where she gets sucked through the door. I told the president of Paramount, and he loved it. You got to get it. And so they're in the middle of the movie. He calls up the studio, and they're like, you got to bring that reel of film over. And they bring the reel of film over, and he's going to like cut it onto the film while it's playing. And, can't just email that shit. So he's editing it while the movie's being played. But he's not going to make it by like a few minutes. So they stop the movie for like 2 or 3 minutes right in the middle. And sure enough, Paramount passed on it. And they think that's why, because it killed the pacing to do that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's terrible.
God, so what was the original ending? The better ending?
I don't know which one Wes Craven wanted, but there was one where Freddy's driving the car at the end and drives them off. And there's another where it's just a happy ending. And I think that's the one Craven wanted. It was just they drive off.
Yeah.
This ending I hate because one, I don't get it. And two, the doll is terrible. It's just the fucking worst.
That pulls through the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awful. It's the worst effect in any, like the fact that it doesn't ruin this movie is a testament to how good the rest of this movie is.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish they would have done a different ending, but it's
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of cool.
My only theory here is that what we see after this is the mother's dream.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
what was him like fading through her? Like why couldn't he kill her?
Because she doesn't
again?
fear him anymore.
Oh, I
right?
see.
Yes, because she doesn't fear him anymore.
But she didn't fear him at all. Like this last fight scene, because she was fighting him, she wasn't scared of him. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
She was screaming for her dad to come help to get him, I think, but I don't know if she was fearful. Yeah, Jason, it was the ex-husband. It was the ex-wife. Right?
That's
If
my
only-
theory. Is this is
if
the
only I
mother's
could
dream.
not be afraid of my mother's alcoholism, then
Or
she would be
Robin.
cured.
Hmm.
No, it is a terrible effect getting yanked through the door.
It's
Yeah.
the worst.
I mean,
Here it
it's
comes.
cool in principle.
Yeah, in
Yep.
theory, it's
Yeah.
fine. It works good in the remake. They do a cool thing with that.
And all the schoolmates are back alive, driving off together. Oh, there's a Freddy top.
See, but they do this a lot throughout all these films. You never know if it's real or not, you know.
Oh, that reminds me. That was so. The original ending of the movie is Nancy wakes up. The whole movie was a nightmare.
Oh,
That's why the movie's called A Nightmare on Elm Street. The movie's the nightmare that she has, and that's it.
so
that's
it's
exactly
just
right.
really the cliched. It was all a dream.
Yeah, it was all a nightmare. It was the original ending. You're absolutely right.
Wow.
This was all nightmare. Yeah.
But yeah, so this is her. I think.
Oh, the
So,
head.
yeah.
The legs look
Oh
okay.
my god, that why even show that? They could have
See,
just ended
the
on-
head is bad, but the legs were okay. If they
What
just
about the arm? He's got like a
They-
blow.
the arm was bad.
yeah,
The arm looked like a stuffed doll.
well, it sets it up, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it would have been cool. Like she just waves and then they just drive off. That's it. And then you
Well,
see
it
the
still
kid.
kind of ends as just a nightmare because, like,
Yeah.
you would not think that was real.
Yeah, exactly. But then you just see
Yeah.
the kids, the freaky kids, jump roping, and that would have been perfect.
Yep. And this
There it
creepy
is.
nursery rhyme is very enduring too. I mean, this movie's it's a masterpiece. It's a classic for a reason.
Oh, it's still one of my
It's just-
favorites.
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
just a little flawed.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Well,
Well-
as between the like the holy trinity of horror movies of like this and Halloween and Friday the 13th, if those are like the big three franchises, I think this one's probably a little better than Friday the 13th, but not as good as Halloween. That's just my opinion.
Hmm.
I don't
No,
know. It's hard for me. I like
I-
all three so much.
I'm a little bit. I don't know, man.
we're going Friday the 13th, #1, the Evil Dead trilogy, #2,
No, see, you lost me, Rob.
right there. Because
Well,
No,
we can't
trilogy,
believe
Evil
that
Dead's
it is.
top. Evil Dead's top.
Well, I'm just
we can't-
talking out of like
that's for
the
you. And then we
largest
got
franchises, right?
and then
where
we
you-
got Child's Play,
like
#3.
a franchise that
get
has
the
more
fuck
than
out.
3 movies. Like
Yeah,
a
I mean,
big
these are-
alone.
well, Evil Dead's got 1, 2, 3 reboot plus 3 seasons.
Or I should
Yeah.
rephrase it. I guess I don't know, like movies that were made like back to back, like in the 80s, like these were kind of.
And see, Freddy was just never on my list.
I liked it back when. I don't know if I like it any better than Friday the 13th or Halloween, but as everyone just knows, Evil Dead is just light years away from everything else.
Yeah, Evil Dead. I'm not even counting Evil Dead in the same category. I guess I just mean of like the big slashers.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
yeah.
maybe I'm thinking about it wrong because
Even
been,
though
No,
Evil
you're
Dead's
right. You're
part
right.
of that
It's
now.
big
Well,
slashers.
if we're doing like slashers, I would put Friday the 13th #1, Halloween #2, and
I guess Chucky's a
and you
slasher.
mean the
and then-
originals, Rob, or just the series as a whole?
Well, you got to count the series as a whole.
Oh well,
'Cause
that's I would be totally different then because
But I still, even if
yeah.
we're counting just the first, if we're counting just the first ones, it would still be Friday the 13th #1, Halloween #2, and I don't think I'd put Freddy on there. I think I
No.
probably would do Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
Well, that's
well-
what Jeremiah Pine just said. How are you leaving out Leatherface?
I'll tell
So-
you how,
Yeah.
Jeremiah. I'll tell you how. Because that movie, how many are there? Like 6 or 7 of them, and there's
There's a
3
lot.
or 4 reboots. There's 1, there's 2, 3's a reboot. Then there's Next Generation, also reboot. Then there's the 2003 reboot. Then there's a prequel to that. Then another reboot. Now the 3D one, and now there's a new reboot coming out. I
Yeah,
don't care about Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it keeps restarting.
I like the original ones.
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
so does Batman.
I would put Texas, for me personally, I'd put TCM above Halloween and Friday the 13th.
Really?
Yeah. I
It
don't know.
is. I mean, and it started a whole thing. I mean,
And I don't know. And I don't know if that's.
I agree with you. The first movie's scary.
The first movie's awesome, and I don't know that we're even talking about. I don't even know how to gauge that. Like, I couldn't even tell you it's because of this movie and these movies and that movie. It's literally solely based on, if you were to tell me right now that a new movie from each of these franchises was coming out, I would be most excited to go see the Texas Chainsaw one. I'd be like, oh, I'd love to check out Texas Chainsaw.
Nitty gritty. It was. It's just with the music. It was is the most like thing that could like happen. You know, like a guy
and just some of the people that came out of it, like
skin on his face.
Yeah, that like Arlie Ermy being in a couple of them, and a
Matthew
couple of the leading
McConaughey.
McConaughey being in one. Daddario, good God.
I like what Jeremiah Pine said about Phantasm. Phantasm was supposed to leave you thinking if it was real or all a dream. Yeah, it's kind of
it achieved that.
Good question. There's been 2 Halloween reboots at least, if not 3, depending on how you feel about H2O. But I just feel like there's like you get some traction there where you get more than 1 or 2 movies. And with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it just keeps. I just don't care because I don't understand the continuity.
Ty has a point. He thinks that Texas Chainsaw doesn't really fit the slasher genre, as it's like it's more than just Leatherface killing. It's the whole. What's the family's name? The family that's doing it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the Sawyers.
Yeah.
Sawyers.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me. If you did Halloween, Friday the 13th. If you asked me like 10 years ago, I'd say Nightmare on Elm Street was my favorite. But since we've covered all these now and we watched Halloween and Friday the 13th, it's very hard for me. I put Halloween and Friday the 13th very close, and then maybe
I think the first Friday the 13th is a good movie though. It's got the isolation. It's got Kevin Bacon. It's got
the acting's good. The location is good. The kills are pretty state of the art.
The effects were state of the art. If I had to pick a franchise, it's Friday the 13th. That's my.
Aside from Evil Dead.
Well, yeah, I mean, Evil Dead, not even in the same, because we're talking about slashers. Evil Dead's another realm. The Deadites are the only ones, if any of them, that scare me because they're like nigh unkillable, you know? And Ash is the greatest horror movie hero of all time. Those are another echelon.
All right, well, we could sit here and talk forever.
Thanks, Kyosha. You're awesome too, Ty. Yeah. Evil Dead is not a slasher. Well, yeah, I guess if we're not
it's not a slasher. No, it's not. So, but I'm not a fan of slashers, so that's sort of why I love.
Evil Dead. I still love them, but I'd rather. Yeah, there you go.
We
could talk about this all night.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, you guys. Awesome. We're gonna be re-releasing this into the feed maybe tomorrow, and you can listen to it again there if you want to play alongside the movie. But thanks for joining us. We'll do this again at some point, and maybe we'll do a normal episode before that, but we'll just sort of see. Halloween's coming up in a week, so if we don't talk to you before then, happy Halloween.
Yeah,
happy Halloween, peps everybody. Up your Halloween.
And sweet dreams, everyone.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Gonna get you.
He's got to pee. Yes, he does.
Yeah, well, sort of. Well, all right, I'll talk to you. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Later.